every teaser has a different timestamp at the end of it. People on Reddit took that timestamp, went through Avengers Endgame, and found that timestamp in that movie to see what scene. Maybe it's referencing the scene from Endgame, right? So the Steve Rogers teaser brings you to the scene in Endgame where the Ancient One warns the Hulk about the dangers of removing the Infinity Stones from their rightful place. Second one, the Thor teaser. That timestamp lines up with the scene when Loki steals the Tesseract in Avengers Endgame. The X-Men teaser. That timestamp leads to the part of Endgame when Thor and Rocket go back in time to get the Ether, which is the Reality Stone. The Wakanda teaser, that timestamp leads to the scene when they're testing the time heist, going back in time. Joe says each one of those trailers is narrative information. It's all part of a larger story, and so I would argue that Doomsday has already started for you. Little cryptic words here. I am more of a fan of the Terrence Howard roadie than I am of the Don Cheadle roadie.
Terrence Howard position, I kind of agree with his outlook on it because pay me the same or more than what I got paid.
Yes.
I understand I'm not the star of the movie,
Right.
but at least pay me the same or more. Don't fucking take half of it away.
Correct.
Right? Especially when Robert Downey got what, 10?
Infinity War being a great movie to me is almost indisputable. Now, I know people can have their own opinions, but to say that it's stupid, to say that it's better in the comics, you've read the Infinity Gauntlet comic, right?
Mm-hmm.
Compared to the movie, bro, it sucks fucking moose dick. That bullshit. I just want to impress Death. Look at me, Death. I'm gonna kill everyone. Oh my God. Shut the fuck up. All right. Welcome to Only Comics. I'm Mike. That's Adrian.
What's up, y'all?
What's up, dude?
Another lovely day up in New England.
Oh, it is, dude.
Yes, sir.
Fucking wintry wonderland out
That's
there.
it.
It's a little
That's
snowy.
it. That's all right.
I think a good chunk of the country too. So shout us out. Let us know. Are you dealing with some snow, some shoveling, or
Right.
some snow blowing, if you will?
Yeah. Especially if you're in one of those spots where you don't normally get snow.
Yeah.
Like maybe a Florida.
Right.
Or, a southern state.
Yeah, we're kind of used to this. Like when I was saying to you this morning, you're like, dude, shit, who cares?
Right.
I don't mind it.
Yeah, nah, me either.
To your point, there's like nobody on the road.
Yep.
Would you take a guess what car I drove today?
Probably your truck.
Nope, I drove my Charger.
Of
in
course
the
you
snow.
did. Of course.
I just got new tires. I just kept it in low gear.
Mm-hmm.
Fucking thing drives amazing in the snow,
Sure,
dude.
sure.
It's like it's meant to be in the,
I doubt that, but okay.
It was fun. But
Get one of these kamikaze birds flying across the front of your grill. These days, a little shock. Maybe
I know.
press the gas a little bit extra. There you go. Off
it's
the road.
like, dude, it's like taming the beast, Adrian. Because you're driving in this car, dude. I mean, you've heard my car.
Yeah.
And you can't go but over like 35 because the asset's gonna, twist out.
Right.
And so it's a very it's like a game of it's a mental game.
Yes.
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 So it's taming the beast on the way here.
Yeah, well, which beast, the car or you? Because for you it's like, okay, how slow can I just maybe a little bit, like Tom Cruise in Maverick, right? Just a little bit more.
So probably a little bit of both. You know? All kinds of shit going on. We got an action-packed show today. We got some Road to Doomsday. We got Doomsday teasers. We got Peace Prize be given out to other people. Did you hear about this shit, dude?
Nah, I don't hear anything about Trump.
So let me tell. I'll give you a good analogy. Okay, you ever been Student of the Month in school?
No.
Okay, I was one time. It was the first and last time. It was like first grade. But imagine if I got the Student of the Month award, right? And let's just pretend timeline's sake we're in the same class.
Sure.
Okay. And we're friends, and you really, really wanted the Student of the Month award, and I really didn't care much for it, and I felt bad for you. And I said, Adrian, would you accept this Student of the Month award with my name on it?
Sure.
But you can have it.
Right.
And then you took it home and put it on the refrigerator.
Wow.
That's what just happened with the Peace Prize.
Yeah.
Yes. So, hey, congratulations, Trump, on the Peace Prize. Anyways.
Let's assume that is not like if someone, how you get like an honorary doctorate from a school that you never went to?
Yep.
That's not like that.
No.
Because when you get an honorary doctorate, just because you didn't go to the institute, but they recognize your contributions throughout the world, or your significant check that you wrote to them.
Exactly.
Right? They recognize these things and they give you something, this honorary doctorate with your name on it.
Right.
This is not that.
No.
This is Mike has a trophy with Mike's name on it, and he gives it to me, and I go home and put it on. So when people come to my house, like, dude, why you got Mike's fucking trophy?
Right. No, he gave it to me.
It's mine. He just gave it to me.
He awarded it to me. So we're not going to do that. So no, we don't want anyone else's YouTube plaque. We're going to get our own one day. Yeah. That type shit. I mean, we're trying to take over other countries, Greenland, all kinds of shit. Yeah. I mean, some people buy homes, real estate. Other countries just say we're going to buy this country.
Well, it's real estate, right?
It wasn't for sale, but now you got a theory though. You think it's about precious metals.
Yeah.
Okay.
Not gold, not fucking copper, none of that bullshit. It's not about oil.
Okay.
It's precious metals. Because that's where we're going.
Yeah.
Because AI and the rise of the machine, right, is pushing these things. And there are metals that require that are very conductive.
Yeah.
That you can etch fucking terabytes of data on glass.
Yeah.
So there are metals out there that allow these computer systems to work so much better. And well, apparently Venezuela and Greenland has these metals.
They got
more so than we do.
Yes.
So, because think about it. It's not about the oil, because Venezuelan oil is more crude than ours.
Okay.
And the oil that we pump out of we actually have oil in the United States. A lot of people don't think that we do.
Right.
We actually have, remember fucking Dallas, the show, the TV show, probably not before you.
I've heard of it.
Anyway,
yeah.
So we actually can pump oil out, but our oil is a little more refined, right? And our processes are already set up for that. In order for us to go to fucking Venezuela, get the oil, bring it back here, change all of our shit in order to refine it, not worth it.
Yeah.
Metals, we're already used to like going and taking over Africa, stealing their shit, right? We already got the machinery and the technology and the companies, to do that.
We did it for gold for so long, right?
Exactly. So we just, precious metals, we can just go fucking over there with a shovel and take over shit.
Well, you know what's funny that we're talking about precious metals, because other stuff, our other podcast drops tomorrow for the intern. Shout out to the Legion of Interns out there. We're going to be talking a little bit about gold, dude.
Okay.
Yeah, and how it ties into it actually ties into our movie this week, Iron Man. It ties into there a little bit.
Okay.
And it also ties into our favorite conspiracy theory that we came from the Anunnaki. So
there's that.
There's a whole lot. But anyways, right now, this is Only Comics, where we're going to discuss comics and only comics, Adrian.
And since we open with other stuff, we clearly talk about some other things too. So,
probably.
Anyway.
So, well, here's the news. We got a lot of news. We got some fun. Doomsday. I got the Dr. Doom shirt on, as you can see. Where'd you get it from? I don't know. Amazon, maybe. I got to do a better job at that, because I like
tracking where you buy your own shit from.
Yep. I also don't like to promote people that aren't gonna, slide us a little coin on the side.
It's all
but
about
it may have been superherostuff.com, I believe. So if you buy, leave in the comments that we fucking told you to go there.
Right.
All right. Doomsday teasers. They dropped. There's this group of people out there, Adrian. I haven't thought of a great name for them, but. Have you heard the term forced hate?
Forced hate.
Yes.
I have not.
Okay. It's like hate that. Now, it's hard to say that somebody's hate isn't real.
Sure.
But people online, believe it or not, say things just to get a reaction. Fair?
Yes.
They'll take something that may be universally loved and go, the Mona Lisa looks like dog shit.
Okay.
Just to get a rise out of people, right?
Yes.
Forced hate.
I've heard of the process. I just never heard a name behind it.
Oh, this is an educational program,
yes.
Adrian.
Yeah.
So I feel like there's some group of individuals that have a lot of forced hate towards the MCU. Okay. Is it perfect? No. But if you're a comic fan at all, it's hard to believe that you hate the MCU, man. It fucking sucks, bro. As a whole.
I would agree. Yeah.
It's kind of like, I'm not saying there's
it's not kind of hard. It's hard to believe.
Yeah.
Actually.
Like, you're just not a comic book fan then.
Right.
Then go fucking watch something else.
Because if you think about it, I was thinking about this morning on riding in, watching other people slip into ditches. Marvel is kind of like McDonald's, right?
Okay.
And DCU only is like Burger King. And it only exists because McDonald's exists.
Okay.
Right? So DC allows Marvel to go out, find the properties, McDonald's, and then they'll just buy the property next door to them. Like, I don't want to do any research. We'll just, ride on your coattails kind of a thing. So in order for you to be into comics at all, even if you don't like characters or comics within Marvel, everything that you do centers around Marvel.
Right.
The reason that you love DC or you proclaim to is because you proclaim to hate Marvel.
Correct.
If you like fucking some other kind of comic book, it's all based around Marvel.
Sure.
You can't not be intertwined in this Marvel universe.
And dude, there's room on your plate for meat and potatoes, Adrian.
There you go.
You don't need just fucking one or the other.
Yep.
But the recent results, the numbers on these Doomsday teasers, I think are gonna piss off that crowd that goes, MCU's dead. Nobody cares anymore, bro. Fuck that shit. Doomsday trailers, 4 of them have been released over the past 4 weeks. We've watched them here. We've discussed them. You got the Steve Rogers one. You got the X-Men one. You got the Thor one. And then the most recent Wakanda, Namor, out in the desert. Not really the desert. Kind of looks like it may be, I know in the comics it's Atlantis, but in the MCU I think it's Talokan, whatever. Wherever that motherfucker lives, looks like somebody pulled the plug on that bitch. Yes. Now, these are just teasers. They really don't give you any information on the movie, or maybe they do, which we'll talk about. But the results of these teasers, if you add all the views up from 4 of these, over 1 billion views online. Damn. And that doesn't include the leaks that were watched the week before.
Damn.
I would say people are pretty fucking interested in this goddamn movie.
I would say so, yes.
I would say there's everybody checked out, bro. The MCU sucks now, bro. I think motherfuckers are like, what? Seriously? Here we are again, an Avengers movie? In each teaser, on average, the viewership was 188% higher than a typical Marvel launch.
Wow.
So people are salivating for this shit.
See, those are the people. They should read the Bible, man. Don't cover thy neighbor's shit. That's what's going on.
Right.
They're envious of what's going on because their property is doing what?
Oh, so you're thinking these are like the DC shills.
Right.
So they just, anything MCU, they have to like. It's
Exactly.
not DC, bro.
Yep.
I told them, there's room. You know those plates that have like the corners, it's a divider?
Right.
You put your meat, which is the MCU right in front, the big part, right?
Right.
Then you got the little spot in the bag, you put your potatoes with some gravy or some shit, or your greens on one side.
You talking about prison trays?
I mean, TV dinners.
Elementary school trays.
Elementary, yeah. You're saying there's a correlation there. Bell rings. If you don't get up, you go back to class, you're in trouble.
Yeah, we control what you eat, even the portions of what you do eat. There's a line.
You know,
and they get you conditioned so you can flow very easily from one to the next.
Right. You know when I knew I didn't want to be in school or prison, Adrian, is when I got that lunch one day.
Yeah.
I got the white milk instead of the chocolate milk.
Don't say that again. Don't say that again, man.
And then it was a piece of chicken, but it wasn't chicken, it was the milk. I don't know. It was bad. It was bad. Shout out to Winthrop School. Shout out.
Winthrop School producing prisoners? Is that what you're saying?
They produce fucking chicken in my milk. I can tell you that.
God damn,
not the good kind of chicken either. Anyways, so these trailers, these teasers, everybody's watching. Yeah, it's a good segue back, right? So the Doomsday movie. But there may be more to these teasers, Adrian. So Joe Russo, one of the Russo bros, came out. He did some, I think, an interview with Empire here. Still has not showed up here. Right. They could sit right there, both of them. I mean,
we got enough fucking cameras now.
Enough cameras, got enough space, enough chairs.
Right.
You know. Anyway, we'll just keep promoting their movie. Yeah. Joe says each one of those trailers is narrative information. It's all part of a larger story, and so I would argue that Doomsday has already started for you. There's little cryptic words here. And then they talk about Steve Rogers' return. And Joe says his central role to the Avengers and the larger narrative of what the MCU has been, that's very personal to us. We can't see this narrative without his central role in it. And I got to give my man a bell, dude. I said this a few weeks ago that Steve Rogers, to me, feels like the main character of the MCU. Okay. And I know a lot of people will say Tony, because first movie, the sacrifice, and you have a good argument both ways. I mean, could there be more than one main character for the 37 movie story, probably.
Sure.
You know, but I would say those two, right? And I agree. I think, you know, people have said it's cheap to bring them back. I also don't see how you finish the story without them.
So to me, that means that Steve's going back in time plays more of a role than we probably imagine. It's not just, you know, him going back there to get some skins, right?
Right.
So maybe something gets tripped up because there's a couple things that could happen. Not only does he goes back and place the stones, but he also he's back in that time. He could be, I mean, he can come back as Nomad, right?
Right.
So there's a couple of things that could happen. So or you can have both of them happening.
Sure. But speaking of these trailers, that he saying that it's narrative information and Doomsday has already started. Now that could mean so many different things, right? It could mean that these are not even scenes from the movie. These were just made to promote the movie, right? Could be just little teasers showing you where everybody's kind of at.
Sure.
Could also mean that there's a deeper meaning to something that we see in these teasers. And, you know, give Reddit a couple days and these motherfuckers will try to crack the code.
Right.
At the end of each teaser, there's a clock. If you remember this, it has a time on it.
Okay.
I don't know what the fuck time said. Other people do, though. They sit there, analyze it, whatever. So every teaser has a different timestamp at the end of it. What a handful of people on Reddit did was they took that timestamp and then they went through Avengers Endgame and found that timestamp in that movie to see what scene. You know, maybe it's referencing the scene from Endgame, right? It's connected to that movie. It's a sequel. Here's what they came up with. So the Steve Rogers teaser, you take that timestamp, it brings you to the scene in Endgame where the Ancient One warns the Hulk about the dangers of removing the Infinity Stones from their rightful place. Remember this? They're on the rooftop. She fucking hits him in the chest, knocks Bruce Banner out of that bitch-ass Smarthole's body. I'm like, my body. And he's like, oh, just get the fucking stones, go play with them, bring them back. And she warns him. So she mentions how we create branch timelines.
Right.
Took the stones out, he created these branch timelines. They said they're just going to pop them right back in time. But it doesn't sound like that would fix the branch timeline, right?
Absolutely not. Because which branch?
Right. Because you've now created a new branch.
Right. A nut fell off of a tree. What fucking leaf did it fall off of? What twig off of what branch in that tree?
Right. Except times that by 20 million.
Right.
and it created a new one. So that first teaser, now that would make sense, right? Steve Rogers is the one who went back in time.
Sure.
It ties to this scene. So, I mean, you hear a lot of crazy theories online.
Yeah, but Steve going back in time, and then when he grew older, he grew up back into the time that everybody recognized him. Not only him, but what he did.
Right.
So something weird is going on. Anyway, continue.
But at that time, when he goes back in time, there's technically two Steve Rogers in that world.
Yeah.
The one frozen in ice.
Yeah.
And the one banging Peggy.
Right.
Right. Then he leaves maybe just in time for his old ass to wake up.
Sure.
But that is a new timeline. That's not where they originally got the stones from because based off what the Ancient One says, it's a branch timeline. We've also seen in Loki and Deadpool Wolverine that branch timelines cause issues with everything else.
Sure.
They interfere with other timelines. These timelines got to be pruned, whatever. They can cause incursions, all kinds of shit. So that's one. Second one, the Thor teaser. That timestamp lines up with the scene when Loki steals the Tesseract in Avengers Endgame. They're back in time. They're trying to snatch the Tesseract up. Remember, Thor comes through, smashes everybody. Fucking Tesseract's on the ground. Ant-Man's giving Tony. Their plan fucks up, remember? Loki grabs the shit and bam, he's gone.
Yep.
So that is also when Loki goes on his kind of redemption arc, and then he ends up, you know, sitting over there in the throne of tree dicks, as we like to call it here. He's holding the tree dicks, Adrian. So that's the second one. Now, that's an important part. Both of these are based off the Infinity Stones, right? One just talking about the impact, the other specifically the Tesseract. The X-Men teaser. That timestamp leads to the part of Endgame when Thor and Rocket go back in time to get the ether, which is the reality stone.
Okay.
And he asked Rocket asked Thor if he was crying. Remember, he was talking with his mom and shit. So that could either have a loose connection to the fucking whole Deadpool Thor, why is Thor crying, or just that reality stone as well. Then you have the Wakanda teaser. That timestamp leads to the scene in Endgame when they're testing the time heist, going back in time. And so all of these are pretty much tied to an Infinity Stone. This seems like a plausible theory, I guess. Interesting.
Sure.
I mean, I could see them going to that level of detail with the clock and going scene by scene, because they have said several things. They've said that it's a direct sequel to Endgame. It said that Steve Rogers is going to play a major part of this. And Russo's just recently said there's a lot more to these teaser trailers than what meets the eye. So, I mean, I say all that to say, so far, I'm impressed with their marketing strategy with this movie, because we've never seen anything like this.
Right.
Normally it's trailer, spoil the whole fucking movie, another trailer, you see the movie. This is different.
Sure.
I mean, a year out and we've seen all these little teasers, but really we haven't seen Doom yet. Think about that shit. Over 1 billion views. We haven't seen Doom at all.
So there's this I forget what it's called, and as soon as I describe it, I know half of you will probably get it.
Yeah, I'll be in the comments.
But there's this game that people play. There's two types of games where the government will put out some bullshit. They put out like this puzzle, right? And they put out this puzzle because they want somebody to solve it, right? Because with all the money they got, they can't solve the problem, so they put it out, and some janitor fucking pushing a mop will look at it and be like, it's fucking X over Y equals Z or something.
I've seen that movie.
But then there's these secret groups. They'll put out these puzzles, and the objective is something else.
Yeah.
Right. It allows you to become part of a group or some egghead group or some bullshit like that. But it sounds like they have put out a puzzle and they want people to solve it. And people love that shit.
Oh, yeah.
That's why there's like that ASMR bullshit.
Yep.
Oh. Freaking, yeah. Yeah, that kind of bullshit. Watching people do whatever.
Yeah.
But it sounds like they have changed the marketing from just marketing to engagement where, hey, I'm going to put out this puzzle and, people figure it out.
Yeah.
So, which is actually fucking genius.
Yeah. I mean, this is so much more intrigue, a lot more conversations happening over this than if they were just drop a traditional trailer where you spoil half the fucking movie. I mean, this is, the MCU in general is something unique that we've never seen before in cinema. That many connected movies, right? So the fact that now with this next wave, they're changing up their marketing strategy. I love it. We got Super Bowl around the corner.
Yep.
Super Bowl commercials are all the rave. Like, I remember that the year Deadpool Wolverine came out, what was that, 24? We saw the first teaser for that movie at the Super Bowl. We're going to see at least either Doomsday or Spider-Man's getting a trailer at Super Bowl, I would assume.
Right.
Would you be shocked if Super Bowl happens and we don't get either one with how close with these movies already coming out?
So if a tree fell in the forest and you didn't hear it, did it actually happen?
Okay.
I'm probably not even going to watch the fucking Super Bowl. So even if it was a trailer for me, it wouldn't even exist.
Got it.
So I would be shocked if I did not get reported back to me that there was a
right.
There
You'd
was
be
a,
shocked
there,
if it didn't
there was a
happen.
Marvel fucking trailer during the Super Bowl.
Now, if you're Marvel, you got Spider-Man coming out in July. This coming out in December. Well, let me answer first. If I'm Marvel, I'm putting Spider-Man out first. What about you?
I wouldn't put Doom at all.
No.
I would probably say
need it,
Spider-Man.
obviously.
No. I would say I would agree with you,
Right.
Spider-Man.
Like, I think let's keep getting little fucking teasers like this that don't really tell us much and add more to the intrigue. And let's wait until like fucking the month before the movie comes out and then give us one little trailer that don't spoil much. Still keep Doom out of it. But let's see some Spider-Man shit now.
Yo, what if during the halftime show, Doom comes out on a fucking polar bear, dude. That would be awesome. That would be awesome.
Yes. And takes off his mask and says, "Hey, Jarvis." No.
Right?
I don't think that's happening either. There's also a report that Loki and Steve are going to share some important scenes together in Doomsday. So, I mean, you would imagine Loki playing a big part of this movie.
Yeah.
Right, especially with his new upgrades, his new power set, those fucking green tree dicks. And
wait a minute. So in the first Secret Wars, there was the Beyonder.
Yep.
Do you think that there would be an occurrence of a Beyonder or the Beyonder? Because there's the Beyonders and then there's the Beyonder. Or is Loki going to take that role of the Beyonder?
It's a great question. I've heard both. I've heard rumors that there's a Beyonder.
Mm-hmm.
You know who's rumored to play the Beyonder?
Ooh.
Henry Cavill.
Of course.
Which I think he'd be good at that.
Yeah, he fits the role based on the original Secret Wars, right?
I think we will see I don't think we'll see Beyonders.
Mm-hmm.
I think we will see a Beyonder.
Mm-hmm.
I got a feeling Loki's
fucking one's enough.
Exactly. I got a feeling Loki's gonna play a similar role to like Molecule Man, possibly.
A battery?
Yeah.
Or some kind of vehicle to get
sure
to as a means to an end, right?
Some way for Doom to get some extra power. Now, could there be the Beyonder and then also Loki play the role as almost of a Beyonder, as someone who Doom's trying to drain that power?
I think that'd be too much because in the comics you had Doom with Molecule Man, which is basically the Beyonder, the whole battery thing. But then of course the Beyonder was Doom, but he didn't need anybody else, really. So I think it'd be complex, but hey, Russo Brothers can pull it off.
Absolutely.
Whatever it is.
I think it's like we had the Stones in the first series. Mm-hmm. I think we're going to have a mixture of certain individuals' powers, people like Loki, Franklin, Wanda, maybe. And then also different weapons, artifacts like the 10 rings, like the bangles that, Ms. Marvel and what's her name has.
Charlemagne, something, grill teeth.
Yeah, her grill might come into play again, possibly.
Maybe.
But I think it's going to be a mixture of we need these powers, but hey, I also need these 10 rings to be able to access these powers. Maybe who needs fucking Cerebro? Who the hell knows? But I think it's going to be some mixture of that, right? Okay. Now Loki and Steve sharing important scenes could mean two things. It could either mean that Steve gets to Loki's fucking spot at the tree. That's probably not going to happen. I don't know. Or somehow Loki's no longer there, and now he's back on Earth talking to Steve. Right? Because, they're fucking pretty far apart. They're not neighbors right now.
Right.
So that'd be interesting to see. Now, if Loki's no longer sitting at the fucking tree, that means Doom's up in that bitch, which we've seen in Battle World. He's sitting at that very same Yarsdale tree, whatever you want to call it. We just learned how to say Milner. I'm not fucking around with that word today. And I forgot to fucking put I'm sorry. Next week, Milner will be back again.
Yeah, we are kind of sparse today, but
it's
all right.
Hey, it happens.
Fucking interns didn't show up because of snow.
They didn't show up because of snow. It's fucking, oh my God, snowstorm. We got to go buy all the water. Did you go buy like 12 gallons of water today?
I did not.
No, okay.
Because I did not.
Because, you could still leave your house and that the snow will be gone in a couple of days. Right. And the only road that I drove on my way here that wasn't plowed was the one I live on.
And you are kind of remote.
Yes. Yep.
Which is actually why, because a lot of people, why is the school closing? It's not because of the kids.
Right.
It's because the teachers live out in the fucking boonies. We're in the country.
Yeah.
So, trees fall and all that kind of shit.
Absolutely. All right, shift gears a little bit. In Doomsday, the X-Men are going to be there. There's a lot of, there's several groups in the comics. There's the X-Force as well. We've heard rumors about an X-Force movie back in the day, and then we got Deadpool Wolverine instead. But the latest rumor says that Marvel is moving forward with an X-Force movie, and it may be the same project that Ryan Reynolds is working on. Remember we reported, I don't know how, it was at some point last year that Ryan Reynolds was working on a new movie treatment that was a Deadpool movie, but featured several X-Men in this as well. So they're thinking that it's actually an X-Force movie. Now, X-Force could be any various lineups, right?
Sure.
Cable's usually a mainstay. Deadpool. I mean, even Wolverine's been there. How do you feel about an X-Force movie in the MCU?
They just came out with a new Star Trek series on TV.
Okay.
Focusing on like after Jean-Luc, like 100 years after that, some reset. People are living to be, 400 or 500 years old and shit like that. Refocusing on the Starfleet Academy. So if they can come out with that, is my point. Sure, we can have an X-Force. Let's just keep bringing it out.
Why not?
All right.
Maybe we'll finally get to the Alpha Flight one day, Adrian.
I don't know. It's like they're gonna reveal aliens. They're not.
No. You think we got a better chance of aliens being revealed?
You know what? Why don't a lot of good movies get shot in Canada.
Okay.
Why don't Canadian filmmakers fucking approach Disney about doing an Alpha Flight?
Oh.
Right? It is a Canadian-based superhero team.
Right. Yeah, the first, I don't know if this was the first, but key members, they originally created in 91.
Who that? X-Force?
Okay. Yep. Cable was the leader at that point. Cannonball was a member. Boom Boom. Warpath. Domino, who was Copycat initially.
Okay, just stop. Okay, maybe we don't need a fucking X-Force with them names.
Shatterstar, Pharaoh. Warpath. Remember, Warpath is he was an X-Men member as well, I think, at times.
Pharaoh is pretty beast-like.
Yeah. And then Domino, we've already seen Domino. Yeah. So we've seen Domino and Cable, obviously, in the Deadpool movie. So you got a handful of groups there, or a handful of characters already. Then the 2008 version, Wolverine was the leader, X-23, Warpath, Wolfsbane, Archangel was there, Elixir and Vanisher, so probably a slightly better group. But yeah, dude, I'd be down with this. You got a lot of pieces already, and they never copied the group exactly from the comics, but you can throw Wolverine in there. You got Cable, you got Domino, you got fucking Deadpool, and then pick up a few scraps for the other ones. So
I'm thinking not Wolverine.
No, keep him out of the X-Force. Yeah.
I'm just kind of getting tired of seeing him.
Oh, shit. Damn, well,
bring on some new blood, dude.
Till he's 90, bro.
That's the whole point of the X-Force.
Yeah, true.
Get rid of them old heads.
Did you like Josh Brolin's Cable?
I did, yeah.
Yeah, I'd like to see him back.
Yeah.
And for people that go, oh, you're Tony Stark. Yeah, but no one's... Now, I know they made the joke, cool at Thanos, but people weren't like, I can't watch it because I think he's Thanos.
Right.
It's the same fucking guy, dude. Literally was like the next year, too. It wasn't 10 years.
Whatever.
Anyways, Wonder Man, Adrian, drops 10 days or less than that, 8 days from today.
Damn.
All 8 episodes will drop on January 27th.
What is that? Is that Tuesday?
I think so. Yep, Tuesday. It's something to do Tuesday night, Adrian.
I won't be doing it. It's going to have to wait until the end of the month.
There you go. What's funny about this is, you remember a while back, I told these motherfuckers, drop the whole show. Don't nobody want to wait week by week for a fucking movie that was filmed as a show.
Right.
Drop the whole motherfucking thing. And look what they're finally doing.
Okay.
You think they're going to give us credit for that idea?
Of course not.
Of course not. But all 8 episodes, I'm looking forward to Wonder Man.
I am, but I just hope it doesn't feel like they took one show, cut it up, and just gave themselves an opportunity to introduce advertisement.
Okay. I'm hoping it ties into something. Because that's, I think, a lot of people have different issues with the Disney Plus shows. Let's be honest, most of them haven't been great, right? They started off really good. We had Loki, WandaVision, even the Captain America show wasn't bad. The early ones were good, and then they got, Secret Invasion, fucking Echo, She-Hulk. We've had some duds, dude. Agatha,
fucking, what was the one with the Kingpin one?
Oh, fucking Echo.
Yep.
Yeah. Werewolf by Night, Werewolf in Black and White, Werewolf in Color, so.
Fucking Snyder secretly did that movie.
Yeah, absolutely. So with Wonder Man, you just never know. You never know. But also, one of my big issues with a lot of those shows, even though they're bad or mid, they don't tie into fucking anything. Like, we're just doing shows to do shows. Now, I guess it could still tie into Doomsday Secret Wars, but I think that's my thing is, if we're going to do this Wonder Man show, we're going to drop all 8 episodes, put all this fucking work into it. Hopefully it's for something. Hopefully his ass shows up in Doomsday or Secret Wars. I mean, Wonder Man is a badass character.
Yeah.
His power set's cool as shit. And they missed the boat with him in the whole Wanda Vision storyline, because he's really, the inspiration, or really, I mean, he's connected to Vision in a way, and he's had a thing for Wanda, and that's a whole, I mean, you can't do that now.
Right.
Kind of missed the boat there. Odd time to introduce Wonder Man, honestly.
Yeah.
I think that's probably the bigger thing. It feels weird to have this show right now.
Right. Post-psychotic Wanda.
Yeah. Like, Wanda's a fucking red cloud somewhere right now. You know where this bitch is, Anyways, I know you're not a big social media guy, Adrian. Have you seen the 2016 trend lately? No. So obviously 2016 was 10 years ago. I think that's where this started. There's this whole trend on social. Everyone's talking about 2016. They're playing 2016 music. They're talking about the movies. Oh my God, remember back when, 10 years ago? Like, it was a decade ago, 2016. They're excited. So I thought that I'd participate a little bit in this 2016. Okay. So I decided to, well, you know what? Let me take a step back. Let me dish the blame here. Motherfucking Zack Snyder. In 2016, he put out this movie, Batman vs. Superman: Dawn of Justice. The infamous Martha. This bullshit, right? So I decided to take a look at other comic book movies that year. This was, believe it or not, a pretty solid year. Remember we went through our year-by-year breakdown. 2016 was a pretty solid year. So you had that turd, Batman vs. Superman, okay? You had another turd called X-Men Apocalypse. But then you had the Deadpool movie, the Doctor Strange movie, and then Captain America: Civil War. Okay. Pretty fucking good year at the theaters, right?
Sure.
Outside of Apocalypse and Batman vs. Superman. So I pulled up some scores, and I decided to dust off one of your favorites, Adrian. What the fuck, Rotten Tomatoes? So we're going to look at these scores, and really, I'm trying to figure out which movie's a bigger piece of shit. That's kind of my goal today, okay? Because Captain America: Civil War, believe it or not, has the highest critic score out of all these movies. Okay, 91%. Now, the highest audience score out of all these movies is Deadpool at 90%. Okay. So according to these scores on both sides, 91's higher than 90, Captain America: Civil War was the best comic book movie of 2016. Looking at these titles, do you think that's true? X-Men Apocalypse, Batman vs. Superman, Deadpool, Doctor Strange, and Civil War.
I agree with that particular list 100%.
Okay. That's the best one.
X-Men is definitely the worst.
X-Men's the worst.
Yeah.
X-Men's worse than Batman vs. Superman.
Yes.
Okay. Because according to, and this is fucking backwards because Gemini was being retarded, Batman vs. Superman got a 29% from a critic score standpoint, and X-Men Apocalypse got a 47%. So according to the critics, Batman vs. Superman was the worst movie. You don't agree with that?
No.
You think Apocalypse was worse?
Yeah. Because for me, it's more anticipation.
Yeah.
X-Men was more of a disappointment than Batman Superman.
Okay.
And that Apocalypse portrayal was just insane.
It was an atrocity. Yeah.
It was really pretty bad. But
I'm on the fence, dude. And on an audience score, now shit, look at this. 63% for Batman vs. Superman. I think it's way too high. And then 65% for X-Men Apocalypse. So the audience says that Apocalypse is slightly better than Batman vs. Superman. These two, Deadpool, the first Deadpool and the first Doctor Strange movie.
Right.
Critic score says that Doctor Strange is 89% and Deadpool's 85%. Doctor Strange is better than Deadpool according to the critic score. What do you think?
Depends on what you're looking for.
Yeah, for you personally.
For me personally, I'll go with that.
Yeah.
Strange is
You
better.
like Strange a little better.
Yeah.
And then the audience score is the opposite. Deadpool's at 90. Doctor Strange's at 86, so 4 point. I mean, pretty close movies, but they say Deadpool is better than Doctor Strange. That's tough, dude. Yeah. They're both. I see why they're so close. They're similar movies. I would probably go Deadpool over Strange slightly, but the bottom two. I'm gonna put some thought into that. I'm gonna get back to you on agree to disagree because I don't fucking know which one's worse. Because you have Batman. But you know I'm a Batman glazer. Yeah. You know this.
Well, I think your thing is that moment was so ridiculous. It just eclipsed everything else that might have been good about that show.
Yep. It's like you won the fight, but you got kicked in the nuts. Right. You know, like, damn, man. Like, fuck. Really hard, too. And that scene was like a kick in the nuts with steel-toed boots and nails on the end of them.
Damn.
Yes. Damn. And, you know, X-Men Apocalypse was just like a fucking tap on the nuts every 10 minutes.
That sounds like you already made your mind up.
Yeah. I don't know. You know, I'll get back to you, Adrian. Right. Now, this motherfucker, Adrian, Zack Snyder.
Damn, still?
Dude.
Again?
I'm trying, Adrian, with my anger. You know, I'm trying anger management, trying to make it through a week of this show and not have a crash out. But motherfuckers like this guy, this fella here, he can't stop posting about the DCEU, the Snyderverse, and because it's 2016, he shared some favorite photos from, you know, this movie. Oh my God. But he also shared some information about his alleged Justice League 2 script. Because this is supposed to be a trilogy. You know, the Snyder cut fucking 9-hour movie. He was supposed to make 2 more Justice League movies.
Damn.
Yeah. So glad he fucking didn't. But in this movie, what he shared so far that Justice League 2 included the death of Lex Luthor at the hands of Superman, controlled by Darkseid, and then a big Lord of the Rings inspired battle for Earth at the end, blah, 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 blah. But like, you know what? I'm not even going to touch it. What a shocker. You wanted to kill somebody off, Zack Snyder. Let's just say this. I'm fucking glad we didn't get this movie or the third one.
So was this actually planned, or is he just talking out of his making shit up to stay relevant?
Could be a little bit of both.
You know?
Yep. Kind of like
there was going to be 2 more movies. I could say that too.
Yeah.
You know, I was going to have whatever, or I was going to build these businesses and blah, but whatever.
We were going to be in Doomsday, but we were just busy that day.
Yeah, we were too busy here. Recording our own shit.
Yeah, we missed the fucking train that day, you know? It could be that, but now I do know that the Justice League sequel and the whole trilogy was confirmed to be a plan.
Okay.
But then this thing shit the bed so bad, they're like, fuck, man, put it out, put it to sleep.
Right.
Lassie keeps shitting on the fucking carpet and she's 22 years old. Ooh. She's got to go down. Take her out behind the shed. That's not Lassie, it's Old Yeller. I'm fucking up the lore here. But that's what happened with the Snyder cut, bro. We took it out behind the shed. Pop, pop. It's a wrap. Anyways, let's just say I'm glad this never. But now this part here, the whole Lex Luthor death, that could be shit he's just making up because he's fucking bored and trying to get attention.
Right.
And here I am giving it to him. You know, unbelievable. All right, no more. Moving on. That is the news. A lot of doomsday news every single week. I think is going to be a trend for the next year. So let's wrap up the news, Adrian, like we do every single week with a little thumbs up. Thumbs down. I already know one that's going to be a thumbs down. I can fucking tell you that right away. So, all right, let's do it. Number 1. Before this, everybody watching, subscribe to the channel. Fuck you waiting for? All right. The 4 Avengers Doomsday trailers, the teasers, they've racked up over 1 billion views online. Adrian, I give this a thumbs up.
Thumbs up.
Big old fuck you to the whole MCU's dead crowd. Nobody wants to see it, bro. Everybody, a fucking billion people want to see it. Shut the fuck up.
Apparently.
Yeah.
Do you know if that's domestic or worldwide?
That's worldwide.
Okay.
Yeah. Yep. So not a bad program. Let's see. What else? We got Oh, there's theories about these teasers too. Theories about the timestamp at the end. And a bunch of people on Reddit tie each teaser trailer to an Endgame scene. The Ancient One scene with Hulk, Loki stealing the Tesseract, Thor crying, And then planning the time heist. I give this theory a thumbs up, dude.
Sure. Thumbs up.
So if you watch the trailers, the timestamp at the end, that if you find that timestamp in Endgame, it may tell you something. Now, the Russo brothers have said that these teasers, they're more of a narrative. There's more information in them, and Doomsday has already started for us. I also give that a thumbs up.
Sure.
I think this whole marketing strategy so far has been unique. It's different, and it's got a bunch of people fucking excited, dude.
Right.
Steve and Loki are rumored to be sharing some important scenes in Doomsday. Give that a thumbs up.
Sure. Thumbs up.
Marvel Studios rumored to be moving forward with an X-Force movie. I'll give that a thumbs up.
Yep.
All 8 episodes of Wonder Man will drop on Disney Plus January 27th. I actually give that a thumbs up.
Nice.
Last but not least, your boy, Zack Snyder, he's posting shit about what he would have done in Justice League 2. Lex Luthor's dying, Superman, Darkseid, oh my God. Give us a thumbs down.
Yeah.
Shut the fucking fuck up already. Your shit's been over. It's done. Knock it off.
Right, exactly.
Nobody cares. You were Old Yeller.
Damn.
We know what happened.
Put it down.
Put it down. We tried, and it just keeps coming. It's like Pet Cemetery now. You just keep fucking coming back, dude. Mixing up the stories. So, anyways, that's thumbs up, thumbs down. Guys, drop us a follow if you haven't already.
Right.
If you're on TikTok, go to the main channel. Watch the full episode. You might be less offended.
Maybe.
Maybe. I just think, like, if you get us in doses, dude, there's a good chance we may say something that may rub you the wrong way.
There's a high probability that you will feel some kind of way.
Yes, but if you watch the full show, you're with us for the full ride, you'll know that we're just having fun, dude.
Right.
Don't take it
all
personal.
All out of love.
It is. So that's why I challenge you, I welcome you, I invite you to the main channel. So, all right, Adrian, Iron Man, the road to Avengers Doomsday. This is the only MCU rewatch you need. We're going at this at unk pace, as they say. 1 movie a week. That's all I can do.
Damn.
Yes, so we're taking our time. So far, we are 3 weeks in. We've watched Captain America, first Avenger. We've watched Captain Marvel, which I kind of see in a little bit of a different light watching it in this timeline order, which I'm really enjoying the timeline order. I think it's so much better, honestly. Yeah, it's a shame that they fucking released the movies all out of order. And hey, this movie in 2019 actually happened in 1990 and whatever. Yes. So,
before I forget,
yes.
You'll be shocked by this, or maybe not. So I actually watched The Amazing Spider-Man again. Andrew Garfield. I probably shit on him probably a little hard.
Yes.
It was actually pretty entertaining.
Yep.
So I'm gonna probably watch the second one. Gotta watch Gwen Stacy die, right?
You do.
So, but it was pretty good.
Better than you remembered it.
Better than I remembered it, yeah.
And it's funny you say that. It's like you're reading my mind, dude. It's really like you're in here, you know, because these movies, these MCU movies, rewatching them, they all so far have been better than I remembered them. Yeah. Even the good ones. Yeah. Iron Man as well. Forgot how fucking amazing this movie is. And this is, you know, from a release standpoint, this was the first MCU movie, right? In timeline order, it now takes place 3rd or 4th, depending on if you're putting Fantastic Four early on, which I am not. So this movie released in 2008. It takes place roughly in 2010. And from a MCU calendar standpoint, from a story standpoint, this kicks off what's known as Nick Fury's big week, because Iron Man, Iron Man 2, The Incredible Hulk, and Thor, those movies all happen within days of each other. So it's like those movies happen in literally a week. So you had Captain America, which happens obviously in the 40s, but then they, you know, thaw him out and find him around this time. These other movies all happening, and then the Avengers, the first movie, happens shortly after. So it's not like they were building to this Avengers movies for years in a story standpoint. It literally was like a week, boom, okay, fucking Loki's coming out the sky, let's go. You don't realize that when they're released a couple years apart. So anyways, I say all that to say next week will be Iron Man 2. And you don't see Nick Fury in this movie, but you see him in the post-credit scene. This movie also, from a why it's such a big deal with the MCU. This was Marvel's like Hail Mary, dude. If this movie didn't work, you'd have no MCU today. And then people give credit in different areas. Like I've heard this take, Toby, that Spider-Man series is the reason we have the MCU. I think that checks out. Then there's people that go back to Blade. They say if Blade movie, we'd never have the MCU either. And I think it's a good argument on both sides, right? I think the answer is yes to both. Like if you didn't have the success with Blade, you wouldn't have had the X-Men movies, and then you wouldn't have the Spider-Man movies. And if you didn't have the Spider-Man movies, you wouldn't have had the MCU. Okay. If they weren't successful. So I think all of it, yes, right? If this movie wasn't successful, you would have no fucking MCU.
Sure.
They mortgaged all their rights to almost all their characters prior to this. Spider-Man, X-Men, even Incredible Hulk. Marvel did. Fucking pay us for these movies, right? So they needed this shit to go big, to do something. If it flopped, we wouldn't be sitting here talking about this shit today. Now,
Michael Jackson, was he dead already?
In 08? He died around that time. I think he died in 09.
He would have came in and, funded him.
He would have funded him?
Yeah.
Then they killed him off, though.
Sure.
There's a myth that there was no script for this movie. Now, the Iron Man movie started filming without a completed script. Jeff Bridges, who plays Obadiah Stane, he said it felt like a $200 million student film. They had an outline, though. And then Robert Downey Jr. and Jon Favreau, who was the director, also plays Happy Hogan, improvised almost all the dialogue daily. And I think that's why Robert Downey playing Tony Stark, especially in this movie, feels so real and organic because he's not reading off a script. He's improvising. Now, he's a great actor anyways.
Sure.
But I think that adds another layer to it.
Well, one, what did we really see before we became Tony Stark, from Robert Downey Jr., over the years?
Yeah.
There was a couple of things, sure. But you're also, as we talk about here in the Hidden Gems, there's a lot of supporting cast.
Yeah.
So Favreau also ad-libbing.
Oh, absolutely.
Made Tony Stark's character, Robert Downey Jr.'s acting, also very, very good.
Absolutely.
So, the fact that he's a director and acting in it as much as he has been, I think that's definitely a win for him. But I think both of them doing the bullshit back and forth made it seem more engaging.
Yeah, and that's a character that never gets talked about, Happy Hogan, but he's in a ton of these movies. He was in Deadpool, Wolverine.
Yep.
That's been a great supporting character. He's added the right amount of comic relief, even some emotional moments with Tony's daughter after he passes and shit. Like he's been a staple behind the scenes.
Yeah. Even in Spider-Man. Dating his Aunt May and with the Vulture.
Yep.
Moving the Stark Tower and all that bullshit. So he's been in a lot.
He's been babysitting fucking Peter Parker since Tony died.
Yep.
Even the I am Iron Man line at the end of the movie was improvised as well, which we'll get to in a sec. You talk about supporting characters. Rhodey, Colonel Rhodes, who we're going to talk about on other stuff.
Sure.
Because there's 3 versions of Rhodey.
Yep.
There's the comic version. There's Terrence Howard in this movie, and then there's Don Cheadle in every other appearance.
Right.
And
then there's a scroll.
And there's a scroll too.
I don't count.
Get all fucking convoluted. To this day, I am more of a fan of the Terrence Howard Rhodey than I am of the Don Cheadle Rhodey.
I vote for neither.
Yeah.
But of the two, I agree. The Terrence Howard. I don't think he just got a chance.
No.
But Don Cheadle is absolutely not.
He's not.
Rhodey.
Now, because he's a really good actor, he's been able to play the character and create some really cool moments, some interactions with other characters. But I look at him and I don't see Rhodey at all. Terrence Howard was the highest paid actor on this movie because this was when Robert Downey Jr. was on punishment, right? He had a fucking history of drugs, all kinds of shit. They literally gave him. So Terrence Howard received somewhere between 3.5 to 4.5 million. You know what Robert Downey Jr.'s paycheck was? Do you remember? $500K.
Wow.
Ain't that some shit? I mean, still, I'd take it for a movie, but we're talking, you're the star. Terrence Howard's in this movie. He does a great job, but he ain't in this movie shit half as much as Robert Downey. So the recast happened, and when Iron Man 2 came out, Marvel offered Terrence Howard a massive pay cut. They brought him down to about $1 million. Now, in that movie, he becomes War Machine, and their thing was, dude, the suit is the character, not the actor. So, like, we're not going to pay you the same. You're going to be in the fucking suit half the movie. And I think Terrence Howard's thing was like, okay, well, what are you paying Robert Downey Jr.? And he wanted equal pay or more because on the first movie, I mean, he got paid fucking $3-4 million more than Robert Downey Jr. This one, it's not black and white. There's a lot of fucking gray here because Robert Downey Jr. should have been paid more than $500K for Iron Man.
Sure. Terrence Howard's position, I kind of agree with what his outlook on it because, I mean, pay me the same or more than what I got paid.
Yes.
I understand I'm not the star of the movie,
Right.
but at least pay me the same or more. Don't fucking take half of it away.
Correct.
Right? Especially when Robert Downey got what, 10, 15 after that?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure after that.
Some bullshit like that.
Yep.
So, you know, for them to like cut his pay in half, doesn't matter if he's going to be in the suit. But when you got an actor like Terrence Howard, Robert Downey Jr., as we will see, and as we saw in the Iron Man stuff, and as we will see in Doomsday, and just like what's his face playing Deadpool, these people act through the suit.
Right.
You know, their characters, their acting embodies that character, and it comes through the suit. So it's not just, okay, you're gonna be in a fucking suit most of the time.
Right.
So I think they fucking wronged him on that.
Yeah. When you take a look at how much these fucking movies make too, like
Right.
you could have threw him, and he wasn't asking for Robert Downey Jr. money because Robert Downey Jr. got $10 million for Iron Man 2. Rightfully so. He's a star, right? But you gave this dude 3.5, 4.5, and now you want to cut him to $1 million. You should have just paid him.
Right.
These movies are making, I mean, now a lot more, but I mean, bro, you made enough money to be able to pay my man fucking the same you gave him with the first movie.
Yeah.
You thought he was valuable enough for that for the first one. And Iron Man 2, I'm sure, made a lot more money than Iron Man 1.
Yeah.
And then they go and get Don Cheadle for some reason.
Right. And but what they pay him?
Oh, yeah. So we don't have to find out. Now, so the question, and I think you kind of somewhat answered this, did Terrence Howard get screwed or did he overvalue his contribution?
He got screwed.
Yeah. Let's see. What was Don Cheadle paid for? Yo, imagine if he fucking got the 10 million. I mean, knowing Marvel. Now, he probably took the mill.
Yeah.
But for him, it's different because he wasn't in the movie in the first place.
Sure.
He never been in it. He hasn't been in the MCU, and he wasn't used to getting paid $3.5 million from them. Yeah, $1 million. He's paid $1 million.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, I mean, you also can't knock him, right? He wasn't in the movie. He has no, reason to not take it. Like, Terrence Howard's his own man. So, shit, he don't want it at that price. I'll fucking take it.
Sure.
Can't knock him either. All right. Get back to the improvised last line. So, this was a big, big change for the MCU. And when we do this rewatch, and we'll talk about shit that happens in the movie, but I also like to talk about how one movie impacts the future of the MCU. In comics, secret identities are a big thing a lot of times.
Sure.
Peter Parker, Bruce Wayne, right? That if this gets out, we're screwed type shit. Iron Man in the comics for a long time, Tony Stark and Iron Man were two different people, right?
Yep.
Iron Man was his bodyguard. That was the story, especially like back in the early days. He was always known as the bodyguard for Mr. Tony Stark.
Yep.
And then, obviously at some point it got out and then they put it back, whatever. So this is the introduction to Tony Stark and Iron Man from the MCU or to the MCU. First time in the suit, press conference. If you remember, Agent Coulson's in this movie a lot, pops in and out. And they have a script kind of prepared, a story where you're going to go out there, you're going to tell everybody that Iron Man was your bodyguard and all this shit, which is just like the comics. So watch this for the first time. You're like, okay, yeah, this is what happens in the comics, right? This motherfucker then gets up on the podium, starts doing the press conference, and he's like, reading it, and then he just fucking says, "I am Iron Man." Credits cut. I remember in the theater like, "Oh shit," because that would be like Spider-Man going, "Yo, I'm Peter Parker,"
right?
Or Batman, Bruce Wayne. Big deal, and it changed the MCU because if you notice, there's never been a heavy focus on secret identities outside of Peter Parker, right? With In Far From Home, it was revealed, that whole shit, but for the most part, you know who is who, dude. Doctor Strange, Stephen Strange, fucking Hulk, Bruce Banner, Cap, Steve Rogers, like you know everyone.
Right.
Iron Man's always been Tony Stark, so that was a big change. When you saw that initially, did you like it? Were you like kind of, oh shit, dude, wanted the whole bodyguard? Did you like the secret identity story or did you not really care?
I really didn't care.
Yeah.
One way or the other.
Got it. Some Easter eggs from this movie, when Tony's taking his armor off for the first time, when he first takes the red and yellow suit out, goes over to Afghanistan and all that shit, and Pepper's watching him, she walks in on him. You can see a prototype of Cap's shield on Tony's workbench, right?
That he uses to fucking focus the laser.
Yes, in the second one.
To hold up the laser, not focus it.
And then in the final battle, when he's fighting Obi, he's got the Ironmonger suit. There's a Roxxon logo in the back. And Roxxon is, in the comics is that evil corporation, a lot of ties to Spider-Man, even in the Miles Morales universe, there's a lot of Roxxon. Roxxon is something we've seen kind of teased here and there, but we don't know what the MCU's Roxxon is yet.
Well, we know what 616's Roxxon is, right? Fucking BlackRock.
Oh, yeah. We know what they do, yeah. True. We don't know what they're up to yet, though. And then there's that tie to Far From Home when Obadiah's in the lab yelling at the scientists to build the arc reactor. And he's like, Tony built it with a fucking box of scraps. And he's like, I'm not Tony. That was the same guy that ended up working for Mysterio to get Tony's tech. So it ties into, a lot of different things. I really liked how they updated kind of the setting, the timing of this movie to, because in the comics it's Vietnam, I believe.
Yes.
Right. And obviously in this movie, they, moved it up to real times and it was Afghanistan or whatever. But I really like that. And just, dude, as an origin story, I know we give origin stories shit. Like we don't want to see the same ones over and over again. We've only had one Iron Man origin. This was a fucking great origin story.
Yeah. It worked out very nicely. Very nicely.
I mean, they drop you right into the action. It opens up with him overseas and everything blowing up. And you get to see a major transformation in the Tony Stark character, who he is from the beginning of the movie to the end, which is cool. The 10 Rings payoff took a long time because the 10 Rings in this movie is an organization. And a lot of people were like kind of pissed at that. Like the 10 Rings has always been the actual rings, right? And it's just some bullshit organization. But it does tie to Wenwu, who is Shang-Chi's father, who actually is the real Mandarin in the MCU. And it was his organization, but obviously the rings do actually exist. So that was something that paid off years later, which kind of adds to the whole him being kidnapped by the 10 Rings. They're not just some random fucking group. They're actually the Mandarin's group. Right. So that's a cool little tie. I miss the days of these Iron Man suits on screen, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
The metal looking, like, listen, the nanobites and the bleeding edge shit, that's cool. But to me, this looks better.
Well, there's a purpose for that. I mean, Tony has a couple hundred suits.
True.
He has a lot of specialized suits.
Yeah.
So it's just natural progression. And also the fact that the focus switches from Iron Man the individual to the Avengers as a team.
Yeah.
And you can't have his suit. Well, first of all, you're not going to have the old mechanical Tony suit, in a more advanced Avenger movie. They're facing different threats.
Right.
He goes from facing, Afghanistan, terrorists living in a fucking cave to, giant, beasts swimming through the air in the middle of New York.
Fucking Thanos with the gauntlet.
Right.
So yeah, I hear you. Yeah, that suit would have got wrecked in Endgame.
Yeah. So due to Tony's progressively, upgrading his suit, eventually, and the fact that, he, the storyline shifts from him to the team, it's a natural progression. It should be happening. We like the suits, but at some point, it's like Wolverine. You like the guy, but sit the fuck down.
Take a break. Your timeout. Yeah. But it was cool to kind of revisit that, him building the suit, tweaking the fucking legs. And I do that first suit too, Mark 1, where it's just all silver. That's a badass looking suit on screen too. Yeah. So these are definitely some of my favorite Iron Man suits. I like how somewhat grounded this movie was too. It's just Tony fighting his fucking business partner, at work pretty much. Yeah. It just happens to be above an arc reactor. They did a really good job of planting the seeds of Tony and Pepper in this. I think those two are great on screen. Their chemistry is really good. And they did a good job of just slowly teasing, because you're watching this, you're thinking they may get together on screen. We may see it, we may not. It was, each of them kind of playing poker.
Right.
He was really trying to play poker,
Right. That's an interesting dynamic when, Pepper's looking at, Tony with all these women, coming in, they're in bed, she's seeing all this shit back and forth, blah, blah, blah. Then she still ends up with him.
Right.
It's like Kim Kardashian, right? It's like, what dude in his right fucking mind would want to be with her, right? But a lot of people do.
A lot of people do. We see, the War Machine tease, Terrence Howard looking at that suit, and he says some shit like next time.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, they fucking never next time, dude.
There was that look like when Wesley Snipes in the next with Deadpool and Wolverine saying, there will never be another Blade movie. And Deadpool looks at him like, we got something to tell you. It was one of those moments.
Right. Agent Coulson's in this movie a lot, and his appearance, this goes back to the rewatch, his appearance feels more important now after seeing Captain Marvel again, when that was his first mission with Nick. That's when he first joined this team that eventually becomes S.H.I.E.L.D. So seeing him now in Iron Man after that, it's now a progression versus like some random dude that just popped in. So that was cool. The whole time he's trying to get an appointment with Tony, which then kind of establishes the fact that S.H.I.E.L.D. was watching Tony before he became Iron Man.
Sure. Well, because, Tony makes a lot of S.H.I.E.L.D.'s tech.
Right.
So he's obviously going to be on their radar and stuff.
Yes.
Or even if he wasn't making S.H.I.E.L.D.'s tech at the time, right? He's a weapons manufacturer.
Correct.
He's a fucking brilliant guy. So they're probably watching him anyway just to see what he's doing, because he's manufacturing weapons, and America's not the only place that he's sending, these weapons to, obviously, or they're being stolen.
And his dad was part of S.H.I.E.L.D. or whatever it was called prior to. I mean, he worked with Agent Carter, and it's a natural progression, I guess, and they're just kind of watching him from afar.
Sure.
And then he just happens to build this Iron Man suit, and they're like, "Oh shit, we probably need some of you motherfucking Avengers over here." And then we saw a newspaper clipping of the Howard Stark death, which then we see show back up in Civil War. At this point, Tony just thinks it was a car accident. And then he later learns that it was motherfucking Bucky Barnes, dude.
Oh.
What else? What else is in this movie? Let's see. Oh, Jarvis. Jarvis being the main AI was fun too, because now, he turns into Vision, which is cool. But he was my favorite AI. The voice, the whole kind of like, I guess, sarcastic element to him. He kind of matched wits with Tony. Like Tony put a lot into creating that AI, and then eventually becomes, Vision in the MCU. So this movie plants a lot of seeds for a lot of things that happen after. But it just I think one of the highlights of it is just watching Robert Downey Jr. play Tony Stark.
Yeah.
Knocked it out of the fucking park.
Yep. Absolutely.
Which is why when we see him play Victor Von Doom in about 11 months, he's also going to knock it out of the fucking park. All right. That was Iron Man. Next week is Iron Man 2. Boy, Mickey Rourke in this. Right. So gets a little off the walls a little bit. His version of Whiplash, it's how did you, well, obviously we're going to watch, we'll dig into it next week, but you being more of an Iron Man fan than I was, how'd you feel about his Whiplash?
I mean, they pulled it off, but Mickey Rourke, no.
You didn't like it?
No, not at all.
Yeah.
They definitely could have found somebody else to do that.
Yeah.
Because they didn't need kind of like an A-list actor to do that, because Whiplash is a thug, right? Whiplash, Constrictor, these characters are basically street thugs,
right?
With some that have stepped it up, because now you got the Iron Mans and the Captain Americans running around. Well, they need to also up their game and their thuggishness. But they didn't need to bring Mickey Rourke in, and it was just a lot.
Yeah,
it was just a lot.
Dude,
and in fact, they tried to make him like real smart, and and the reason that he's going after Tony Stark because somebody stole some bullshit from him. Come on, dog. No.
Yeah.
Just break in, steal the fucking the costume that allows you to do the shit. Call it a day, which is basically what happened.
Right.
But they made it more than what it needed to be. Yeah.
We saw Justin Hammer in this. That was so anyways, we'll get into that next week. Iron Man 2.
Isn't that we also saw Elon Musk with the electric airplane idea?
Yeah. We saw him in there. Black Widow's introduced in this movie. So it's another big part.
I want one of those too, Tony.
Yes. Absolutely.
I mean, not right now.
No, not now.
I'm just saying back
then,
in the day.
Back then, absolutely. So that's next week, Iron Man 2. If you're on the watch along with us, here's where we are so far. Captain America, First Avengers, Captain Marvel, Iron Man, and then next week is Iron Man 2. And of these movies so far, if I had to rank them, number 1's Iron Man, number 2's Cap, and obviously Captain Marvel's at the bottom, and that will continue to move further and further down as we fill in with other movies. So, all right, we also are on the road to Secret Wars. So this past week, we read the new Avengers 16 through 20. We're going to go through that a little bit. And we're also going to, we're going to kind of, we'll get through this one a little quicker. I'll be honest, this is not my fucking favorite story. But I feel like it is a essential read because of the fact that it deals with the mutant power. Meaning, you've heard this statement before, Adrian, that energy cannot be created or destroyed. Right? So when Wanda erased this X gene from
most people,
we saw this like cloud of fucking red shit, right? Remember this with that last week? I mean, I'm probably doing a bad job explaining it, but we saw some energy leaving the earth.
Sure.
Right? So what the fuck? I said it kind of looked like the Phoenix Force. Well, it's not the Phoenix Force. In these 4 issues that we just read, it talks about that. This energy mass, this collective, it actually possesses a postal worker named Michael Pointer in Alaska. And then he heads toward Genosha, where Magneto's living now, like a fucking homing missile. There's also there's quite a tragedy when it comes to the Alpha Flight in this, Adrian. I'll have to warn you in advance. So yes, let's let me see. Let's pull up. Boom. Here we go. All right, this is New Avengers 16. No, it's not. There's the energy we talked about, right? Right over here. Fucking it's going haywire. Oh my God, where's it going? It does look like, well, not there. It kind of looks like the Phoenix here.
Yeah.
But it's just all this mutant energy. Goes to Alaska. Oh shit, there's Santa Claus. Fucking destroying everything. This motherfucker gets possessed. We see a lot of conflict too with Maria Hill. Dude, she's kind of a bitch in the comics. Like she's cool as shit in the MCU, but in the comics, she's kind of a fucking asshole. You get Tony Stark in the house. It's a red alert. Oh my God, red alert. I mean, think about that though. All this energy, this mutant gene that fucking Wanda yoked out of everybody gets shot into one person. So
wait a minute. So she pulled it out of all the mutants.
Yep.
And instead of just evaporating, it shot up as a wave. Not a wave, but like a, I don't know. Okay, so a wave.
Yeah.
But then it comes back down and goes into one person.
Yep.
It's dumb. Anyway.
Yeah, which is why, again, this is not my favorite run, but you see the Alpha flight here, right? Now you don't.
Damn.
Yeah. So a lot of people were pissed about this when this happened, because Alpha Flight, I mean, these are characters that they're in their own line in the comics. They're building the story.
Right.
And fucking Bendis is just like, fuck those guys.
Yo, see the cat with the glasses, lower left?
Yep.
He looks like that same guy in Invincible. So that character in Invincible, he got killed and he was rebuilt. He gets killed a lot. He comes to find out, and they wipe his memory, and he forgets about being killed, but he's basically a cyborg. Okay. And he doesn't even know it until later on and stuff. But anyway, go ahead.
But dude, these guys are slaughtered. It's a wrap. And of course, Maria Hill's fucking talking. And she annoys the shit out of me. But then she assembles the Avengers. Because who else you gonna get, right?
Right.
Let's see. The next one is 26. So I learned you can pull the app up on the computer. There's a drawing of Ms. Marvel here, Carol Danvers. Avengers Assemble. How fucking big they drew Cap and Iron Man.
Right.
Wolverine's like 3 feet tall.
they put enough musculature in Iron Man.
I think I think we're good. Fuck it. Yo, look at that arm on Luke Cage. Holy shit. Yeah, we're gonna get through this quick because we respond, we got a hidden gem, and also we're gearing up for Civil War in a couple weeks. There he is, though. Pretty cool fucking look.
Sure.
Now, I'm thinking, why would a regular dude be able to hold all that energy? Would have just died.
Right.
But
well, maybe so there's activated genes, which are the mutants. Then there's potential genes. Remember, somebody somewhere, they were doing like Deadpool was an experiment. They were trying to unlock mutant genes, right?
Right.
So maybe he was one of those potentials. He's a carrier, not a fucking transmitter.
True.
So,
and they try to get help from Sentry, dude. But Bob's all fucked up because that's the thing about a character like that. As much as I know you give Sentry shit sometimes because he's a fucking meth head. But a character that powerful, you almost need to have some fuckery, because if not, every time something happened, you just go pick him up and he'd save the day, right?
True.
So he's got to be a fucking mental case. Got the Iron Spider suit here. Of course, Iron Man shows up. But this dude, I mean, he's powerful. He's got this shit from all of the other mutants. Captain Marvel. Now she absorbs his power. That's a pretty cool shot. To be continued. All right, we're on 18. Vision in the house. Now this motherfucker's getting bigger. Fucks Iron Man up here. Good to know, though, he does wear some layers underneath, his iron suit.
Well, depends.
I mean, the artwork in this is cool. the story I was not intrigued at all. Now Sentry decides to join the party. These two are going at it. This shit's pretty cool, fighting out in space. Look at Wolverine always consoling someone. What do you think? You're Pedro Pascal in fucking interviews, dude?
Right.
Look at that shit. That's a cool shot. I mean, this guy's fucking powerful, though, for getting his powers like 2 days ago. He's slapping Sentry around here. Kind of looks like a red Silver Surfer.
Right.
They're going through there. They're kind of deciphering who the fuck he is and shit. This is probably the worst read through of this Road to Secret Wars so far. But as my man says in Bad Santa, Adrian, they all can't be winners. I mean, hey, maybe somebody really loved this story this week. I just was not crazy about it. For anyone who only listens to the audio, you're missing out on some cool artwork. Do we have people that only listen to the audio?
You should start a Only Comics ASMR channel.
Oh, yes. We're getting into ASMR. Yes. Yeah. Actually, next week I'll read the comic to you guys now.
Yeah. Lullaby.
Yeah. I mean, it's just a lot of space fighting. I mean, now he's in Genosha. Bam.
Yeah. Genosha's like Tokyo.
Dude, that shit is all fucked up. Yep. You got your boy Magnus, dude, Magneto. Now he lost his mutant powers. He's sitting here, the pen starts moving. But we don't really know if he lost his mutant powers, because remember he was fucking around with the spoon last week? Here we go. This is where he gets him back, though. That's a pretty cool scene. Bam. Zorn. And I think this is where we learned that who was Magneto before. There was an impersonator. It's really fucking convoluted story, too. I'm just really sharing this comic with everyone. Let's see. More space fighting here. And Iron Man's out there, of course. Pretty fucking solid team, though. You got Sentry. You got Captain Marvel, Spider-Woman, who's crazy powerful. Now Magneto's up in the mix. Wolverine's just hanging out, playing side character.
Wait. So they just knocked Alpha Flight out, not killed him, apparently. Because here they are.
No, I think he's seeing this in a vision.
Oh.
Yeah, now he's realizing, now that they kind of stopped him, he's realizing what he did. Yeah, he just says that, I killed people. Oh, yeah, you fucking killed the whole Alpha Flight, dude. And now he's realizing he has powers, and fucking Magneto's all fucked up. And that's the end. So, you know, it was something.
It was something.
Yeah, it was, and that's the thing about comics, and you learn is, like, for me, and maybe somebody loves this, I'm not a fan of a lot of shit like this. Everything don't need to be explained. In hindsight, I probably should have just jumped right to Civil War, because I like the events, the big stories. But it does tell you, you know, what happens, and you do learn that Magneto at that time was being controlled. He was being controlled by Zorn. He's the guy who killed Jean Grey. And the Avengers, they do separate the energy. They send it into the sun, and then they take this dude into custody. So it's really just a little one-off. It doesn't really play into much of the future. It does kind of clean up the whole Zorn, Magneto mess up. And because Magneto was being controlled, there's some shit he did prior to this in the X-Men run, which was almost like a genocide. He killed thousands in New York City. But they wanted to bring Magneto back into the X-Men as like an anti-hero.
Right.
So they kind of shoehorned in the fact that he was being controlled to excuse him for those acts. Because after you did that, no one's going to take you as the hero. But if it was just by accident, you know, on some Bucky shit, you know?
I was just going to say that. Sounds like some Bucky shit.
Yeah. That's the thing when people, you know, these stories on screen, it may not be the same character, but they're adapting storylines from the comics, right? Sure. Like that. I mean, and I'm sure this ain't the first time they used mind control to excuse someone's bad behavior. I mean, we may still see that with some shit down in the future. How crazy would it be if fucking Wanda was being mind controlled by Dr. Doom this whole time? I mean, you could do some crazy shit, right? So they did that to clean up and then bring Magneto back into the fold, which will play a bigger role in Hickman's run on I guess the side of the heroes. And this does you do see some seeds planted with Captain America and Maria Hill. They're kind of bickering in this. Will then lead more and add more to the Civil War split, which we're going to get into in a couple weeks. So next week's reads are, there's 4 comics for next week. There is the New Avengers Illuminati one-shot. If you skip any of these other ones, this is one you should read because it sets up who the Illuminati is, and it starts. Remember that kind of disagreement between Namor and Iron Man we saw in the New Avengers?
Yep.
You're going to see more of that, and that's going to set up more of this conflict that will eventually destroy the multiverse in Hickman's run. So that one. Then there's a couple of these. I'm gonna read them. We'll talk about them. You should, but if you don't, then definitely read this first one. But these are The Amazing Spider-Man 529, and I will get everybody links for these as well in the description. Mr. Parker goes to Washington. This is kind of the Iron Spider era. I'm not going to spoil anything, but these are interesting comics. So 530, part 2 of that, Amazing Spider-Man 530, and then Amazing Spider-Man 531 is the third part. That is the calm before the storm. That's the argument in DC that sets up this whole civil war for the week after. So, all right, that's next week's read. New Avengers Illuminati, one shot, Amazing Spider-Man 529 through 531. All right, Adrian, we're at that point where we respond. We got comments. Read a comment. People are commenting. I busted out some TikTok comments because there's some motherfuckers out there on TikTok, Adrian. They're trying to fuck with me. They're trying. Yeah. So anyway, we'll get to those ABCs later. Right. But let's shout out to all the interns. Shout out to everybody that was on the live. We had a fun live. Bro Man was in the house. Fucking Captain Canada was there. John Bonvant, OG was there. OG Dirte. We had my man Heroes Hangout. He was on there showing off his guy's got a phenomenal room. Him and his brother are both in the military. He lost his brother 10 months ago. And his brother was a huge Captain America fan. He's a huge Punisher fan. He was a Marine. His brother was in the Army. And he built this, started, I think, as like a montage for just his brother. He's got his urn there, his Captain America urn, and then a lot of memorabilia. And then, dude, this is the baddest fucking room I've ever seen of statues, first edition comics setup. It's insane. Nice. It's insane. So shout out to Heroes Hangout. If y'all were on the live, you saw it. But let's get into some comments. So my man Jay Shot It says, "Hey, why my brothers? Glad to see Mike doing an MCU rewatch, as I always do one once in a while. Day 472 of trying to get him to watch Invincible, by the way. Wanted to let you guys know I just started my own Whatnot store selling comics. Nice, dude. Read a comic. I've always wanted to have my own comic store, but it's definitely not easy to start a business or brand of your own. So this is my first step in that direction. Well, congratulations, dude. Yep. You know what Whatnot is, Adrian?
I do not.
It's basically an online auction, social media type of site. So you
wait a minute. How's that different from a regular store?
Well, it's like TikTok live selling almost. Wow. So you're on there live selling, but this app is just live selling, if I'm not mistaken. Okay. So and you can, a lot of comic books are a big thing. That's how I found it first. I met this comic.
But what's the app though?
WhatsApp. Whatnot it's called.
Whatnot. Okay, the app is called Whatnot.
Yep. So, but yeah, cool. It basically like you take the TikTok live selling thing, but you're selling your own shit, and that's what the app is predominantly used for. So, hey, congrats, Jay Shot It.
I mean, I don't want to put too much out about the fucking app that we don't get. But how does that tie into? Is it just Whatnot? Do you go to like a Whatnot platform?
Yeah, it's an app.
Does it allow you to tie into YouTube or some other bullshit?
Nope. It's its own platform. Yep. But it's predominantly, or I think it's only for live selling. Okay. So an auction type shit. You wants to buy this comic. I'll do it $20, $50, $30. Next thing you know, you sold a $4 comic for $50 maybe because people got excited. So I don't know if that's what you're doing, Jay, but hey, shout out. Good shit. He says, eventually want to do a store and podcast of my own one day. But y'all been a big inspiration for that over the past year. Just want to say thank you for it. And no, I'm tuned in every show. We appreciate that, dude. And congrats on starting something. You got to start somewhere, dude. And just my only advice is keep fucking doing it. Don't stop. You're going to have days that are going to be great. Then you're going to have days where nobody watches your shit. Nobody buys anything. But who gives a fuck? Keep going. OG Dirte, Mike, Adrian, we need a deep dive into the Spider-Man contract that protects him from being modernized. Also, interns are a fan of the podcast. Check out the live every Friday. AWAB, absolutely. We'll have to do a deep dive because I don't know. You ever heard that? No. There's a contract? That's intriguing. So
what do you mean? Like never bring Peter Parker into the current day, or what does that mean, modernized?
I don't know. We're going to have to find out.
All right.
Let's see. We got Slapper Wrestling. What's up, Slapper? He says, he's our guy from Australia. Remember we were asking if he's got an ice wall down there? I mean, he's closer. He could let us know. So I guess we got some news. He says it does snow in Australia, but in my area, only mainly in the mountains. There might be a wall up there. We're close to Antarctica. Doesn't feel like it, though, with the heat here. Like, you'd fit perfectly in Australia. The F word is our national word. Nice. And at least 3 swear words a sentence is common for us Aussies. Yeah, I fucking get down with that shit, dude. Legit. I'm on the MCU rewatch train. Captain Marvel is okay on the rewatch. I still think Brie sucks the life out of that character. Yes.
Yep.
I know you agree with that. The more she appeared in the MCU, out of that character, the more she appeared in the MCU. Hopefully Rogue comes in and absorbs that little life that character has left. I did Null in Doom last week, but I got to ask, what about Captain America versus Cyclops? Who wins that, Cap versus Cyclops?
Cap.
Yeah. I mean, because he's a little optic blast. Not a little optic blast, but I mean, you got
the shield being vibranium adamantium hybrid.
Yeah.
Would absorb most of that blast.
Okay.
And
even though it's concussive blast, it's going to absorb the impact. Yeah.
And Cap is strong enough to put some weight behind.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Or he doesn't even have to absorb it. He can just deflect it.
True.
But Cap's reflexes, his training is above par, way above par.
That's why I thought Cap was the serum, number one. Mm-hmm. He's way stronger, way faster, right? Mm-hmm. Also heals somewhat quicker too. Like he's gonna feel less he's gonna get over the pain faster. And I think he's now Cyclops is trained too, but not at the level as Cap.
No.
He ain't throwing hands like Cap, dude.
No.
Plus Cap could do this all day. He fucking told us that.
I mean, his reflexes also, I mean, being able to, do what he does with the shield, being able to throw that shit, things like that.
Yep.
It definitely gives him the advantage.
Yeah. Y'all think we will see Punisher and Daredevil in Doomsday? If we do, it'd be a quick little scene, like a little one-off. I don't think they'll play a part of that movie, no. I also hope the new Spider-Man movie explains the Venom goo left in the MCU. Yeah, we still got fucking Venom nut juice in the MCU, dude. It's sitting there.
Damn.
If it touches one of those tree dicks, it's a wrap, bro. I'm just saying. I don't know how that works, out in the, cosmos, but maybe we get the black suit going into Secret Wars, and then maybe Null could be a possibility. Dude, Null could be a big fucking piece of it. Like, imagine Null on Doom's team.
Yeah.
Shit. That's why Thor's in there fucking praying. Oh my God, Odin, I need your help.
I mean, think about that. So Null has the ability to, like Iceman, make basically any symbiote, any number of symbiotes, right? I mean, he can literally have multiple symbiotes attack every individual, in War World.
And the last thing he says, I did see something saying Sony is now more lenient to give Marvel the characters they have. Well, they fucking should.
Yeah, because they suck at doing the bullshit themselves. Give it over to somebody. Just kick back and think about it like an investment. You're going to make more money off an investment than you would be if you actually produce something and then try to reap the reward because you have so many more expenses. Just fucking let them do it. Yeah. Just kick back, take the cash.
Seriously, if you can't do something, fucking ask somebody else to do it. Right? Hey, what if I tried to cook, Adrian? Every time I try to cook, I set my house on fire.
I tell you what, after spending so much money on briskets, I know what I'm not doing. I'm not trying to smoke this motherfucker anymore. I'm just gonna go back to the traditional way that I know fucking works.
So Sony, for all of us, for yourselves, come to your senses and please be more lenient. Give the MCU the characters because at this point it's just an ego thing.
Right.
If you allow Spider-Man, which you have done, to be in this movie, and Venom, and all these other characters, you're going to get paid. Mm-hmm. And they're going to do a much better job with the character than you are, and you'll still get paid.
Exactly.
So go in your little fucking corner, shut the fuck up, pass these characters over, and let the adults take care of this.
I'm wondering if the conversation would ever come up that Sony actually sells the rights of these characters over to Disney and shit. That would be fucking
be great. Right? Name your price. I'm sure Disney would pay up, right? Because they leased them out when they needed to. Smart move, by the way. Big gamble because you leased out Spider-Man, your number one character probably.
Right.
and you took Iron Man and these Avengers and all these sideline characters and made a badass, profitable fucking universe.
Right.
Sell the shit back. Name your price now, right?
Yeah.
We bought them for pennies. You're gonna pay us fucking billions.
Right.
So that dude Pablo says, I have a question for Adrian. Are you a pilot or a developer or just a man of many talents?
Man of many talents.
Yeah.
Yes to both of those and a whole bunch of other stuff.
Whatever you fucking need, Adrian will turn into that. You're like Legion almost. You create a power for everything.
There you go. There you go.
Yeah, except you're just not in a mental fucking hospital in a straight
Not
jacket.
yet, anyway.
Yeah, not yet. A few more, dude. It's gonna trigger that. Trigger your mutation. Someone's trying to tell us how to say millionaire. MYOL near. Mile near? Mill near? I like your way. Mill near.
There you go.
I feel like I've leveled up, since last week. Because and I mean you were my teacher, Adrian. I mean, I can't front. You gave me that. You ever see there's this TikTok trend that shows not a trend. I saw this video. It shows what's happening in your brain when you learn a new skill, like a new neuron or something. I'm sure you've seen versions of this. That's what happened to me last week, Adrian. So, I got to thank you for that, sir.
Yeah, absolutely.
Let's see. We got
One another quick one.
What you got?
Brush your teeth with your left hand.
Okay.
Serious. It sounds like one of Obama's keep fucking air pressure in your tire, but
wait, Obama said that?
Yeah.
Okay.
And everybody was laughing at him and shit like that. Yeah. And he didn't win because of it, but
right.
Everybody's like, what's his face? I don't know. I can't remember his name. Fucking 20 years ago. They were laughing at him because he's like, oh, keep air pressure in your tire. It'll save you money, blah, blah, blah. Yeah. Efficiency. And it turns out to be true.
Okay.
But if you do certain things, that's what they say why time as you get older seems to go faster.
Yeah.
Is because you're not building new neuron pathways. You're just on autopilot most of the time. So if you do different things like brush your teeth with your non-dominant hand, right? It creates new neurons. If you fucking learn to rock climb, if you learn to do something where your mind actually has to work, it actually builds new neurons, make you more mentally healthy.
There you go, everyone. Next week, actually starting now, brush your teeth with your left hand. If you don't brush your teeth, if that's not your thing, just jerk off with your left hand. You can do that too. I just pick whatever you want to do, but I'm not judging.
If you really want to go to autopilot, have your cousin do it for you. Whatever. For those that live in Appalachia or something. West Virginia.
Shit. Yeah, all you West Virginians out there. No offense to anyone that lives in West Virginia. No. All right. Akima Moore says, AWOP gentlemen, y'all boys are on fire again this week and got me fired up too, talking about this ridiculous educational system. It's bullshit, I tell you, Adrian. It is. The main focus should be teaching conflict resolution. Bingo. Critical thinking. Yep. And common sense. Yes. Decision making. Add that to it too, right? Fucking teach how not to be so fucking insecure. Teach how to have thicker skin. Teach how to not be a stupid fucking bitch. That's going to be my class. I will, any college out there, Adrian, that wants to offer this, I do a lot of shit. So me taking on something else is fucking ridiculous.
Sure.
But I will teach a class on how not to be a stupid fucking bitch.
I throw in some how to take over Venezuela and Greenland too.
I mean, do you think
and those are important skills, right?
They are. But I think a lot of things can be encompassed under that topic. So. And Adrian, if you want to pop in every once in a while as, like a teacher's assistant and give your take, I think we would really, really, really educate the next generation for success with that one class.
Remind me on other stuff. I got some ideas.
Okay.
I want to just give them away. So in my mind, so it's based on like the question before, are you a pilot or you, I got a lot of shit going on, right? And I've always juggled this thing where I have so many ideas, it becomes painful. So I'm going to give an idea away.
Okay.
That's on the line of education.
All right.
That came
on other stuff. To be continued. Now, I like this, what he says right here. Akeem says, if they do that, the whole educational system would collapse because they wouldn't just be creating worker drones. Instead, we'd get more innovators and more people who will question and change the corrupt system that is now in place.
Well, not only would the education system collapse, but the prison system, the whole social services system, because lack of education also means that you're probably going to make decisions, right?
Yep.
That ends you up in some incarceration situation.
Right.
So it's more than one institution that would fucking fail if they actually taught you something.
Sure. Then that dude Pablo tells Akeem to preach, bro. Yes, preach, bro. We got, I'm gonna save this motherfucker for last. He's pissing me off. So all right. We got my boy Cap. Cap's not pissing me off. AWOB, fellas, he says, man, House of M was so good. Yes, it was. Would love to see the MCU adapt that storyline more, especially the No More Mutants. Dude, how fucking sick would that be?
Right.
Like, man. Catching up on Stranger Things now, season 4, which I heard was the best. It was good. I still think the best was 3, 1, then 4, then 2, then 5. I'm already on the MCU rewatch again for the 4th time now with the misses, so we will keep going. Currently on Ant-Man, I think Captain Marvel was decent, some stupid stuff, but overall 5.5 of 6. Jane Foster, Mighty Thor, also wielded Mjolnir. Yes, she did. Asking for Namor hidden gem now that we're drawing closer to Doomsday. Namor, that'd be a good one because I guarantee you
I can swear I did Namor. Maybe not.
Yeah, I mean, we've talked about Namor. I don't know if it was a full hidden gem, no.
Right. Okay.
But either way, it would be a complete contrast to the one we got in the MCU, which you're not a fan of. I don't mind as much. OG also says, what up, Mike and Adrian? I think they found out why Marvel comics have been modernized. Maybe we need a deep dive on Ms. Marvel co-creator Willow Wilson and also a hidden gem, David Kane, DC Comics. Willow, this is what he was talking about this on the live. I'm going to look into that, a deep dive on Willow Wilson. It sounds like he's alluding to there being some fuckery there. So, I like to dig into fuckery, Adrian.
Sure.
OG also says, small correction to my comment last week. You said Death's Hand and it's Death's Head. Okay, I fucked that up. And Adrian did not do a hidden gem on Sentry with a C. So there's a different Sentry with a C. You ever heard of this?
Oh.
Me neither. I thought he just fucking had a typo,
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because I was like, we already did Sentry. No, Sentry with a C. So I'll have to look into who the fuck is Sentry with a C. Is it pronounced Chentry? Like the Italians use a C.
I always got to fuck it up, don't you, Mike?
That's what I'm here for, dude. That's what I'm here for.
Century with a C.
Yeah, Chentry, as they say. And let's see. That dude Pablo says, one more piece of news. Y'all hear Miles Morales isn't Spider-Man anymore. He's Spin. For me, that's a major thumbs down. That is a major thumbs down, but I also heard it was only in like the kids show. There's this like, you ever see these little kids shows? They got the big head fucking Spider-Man and his friends. Oh my God.
Yes, it's literally Spider-Man and friends or some bullshit like that. Yeah?
Well, you have Spidey in there, you got Gwen Stacy, and you got Miles, and they're both called Spider-Man. So the rumor, I guess they're changing his name in the show to Spin because the fucking 3-year-olds probably can't understand that there's 2 different Spider-Man. I mean, that I don't really give a shit about. Unless it's like main, like if it's main line, that's going to piss me off.
Right.
But I don't think that will happen. Let's see. All right, now we got this motherfucker. Where is he? Well, I shouldn't even be too mad at this. He's a first-time commenter. Miles Stone. Theory: what if Tony Stark what if the Tony Stark look-alike Doom is a Doombot and the real Doom is just using that Doombot to manipulate? Like, just to quote my man Mike Tomlin, if my aunt had balls, she'd be my uncle. Okay, what if? These crazy ass theories. How about, I know this is fucking crazy. How about Tony Stark is just playing Victor Von Doom? Why is that the hardest thing for people to understand?
Tony Stark playing Victor Von Doom or Robert Downey playing Victor Von Doom?
Interns, cut that out. Don't make me sound fucking stupid while I'm trying to make someone else sound stupid.
First of all, why would Doom make a Doombot look like Tony Stark?
From another fucking multiverse that died fucking years prior to this.
A Doombot, I mean, it's not like the Doombot's going to go around taking his fucking mask off.
Right.
A Doombot is just that.
Hey,
a Doombot.
surprise.
Yeah, fucking cybernetics behind his mask. Look at that.
Come on, dude.
You're not going to take, a Doombot doesn't take Doom doesn't make Doombots.
Right.
That look like him inside of a fucking suit.
Correct.
He just makes Doombots.
Yes. And then we got Shaw ruins everything, because he does. He says, this dude feels that there will be no Tony Stark connection and Doom won't look like Tony Stark, even though it's the same actor. Yes, motherfucker, I do. Because first of all, that's stupid. And I told you, if that's what happens, I'll be the first. I'll come on this show that following week, Adrian, and go, you know what? I was wrong. I was talking shit to all of y'all for the past year. My bad, dude. I would fucking do that. So there's no, I'd be willing to bet on. Now, you know I'm a betting man. I took a little break because I wasn't, I was losing. But I'd be willing to bet on this one. Anyways, let's go. We got some Spotify comments here as well. I saved a couple TikTok for last, dude, because there were some people this week, Adrian. TikTok's the place, dude. It's a fucking place.
Hey.
Let's see. JC went, this guy, he's asking for, he says, great show again, but Adrian absolutely butchers the pronunciation of mature because you say mature. You know what, JC? Shut the fuck up.
Who the fuck are we talking? What the fuck are we talking about? Mature?
Yeah.
What is that?
He's supposed to be mature. He says you butcher the pronunciation.
The way I say mature?
Yeah.
Is this like a fuking frame by frame review?
Yes. It's a spelling test, apparently.
Okay.
Did you know what the fuck he meant? Right? I knew what you meant.
I'm thinking you're talking about a character or some shit.
No, just the word mature.
Century with an S or a C.
Yep.
Right? But he's talking about the way I said mature.
Mature, yeah. I like it, dude.
Manure? That's another one for you. Want to fucking fuck that one up. House of fucking cow teats? There's some more for you. The fuck are we talking
House
about?
Of cow teats? Is that a comic book story? Oh, shit. So having fun here. Let's see. How can you say Captain America is the main character when Iron Man literally sacrificed himself in Endgame? His name was the last one given in the credits. Just like this. Captain America is the main how could you? Because I fucking say what the fuck I want to say.
Wow.
That's the thing that I think people don't understand about us, Adrian. We've said this several times, and this is a good piece of advice to those of you that are looking to start your own content creation in some way, shape, or form. We do this podcast and say what the fuck we want to say, right? Now, I know that seems simple. There's a lot of people that do content and they think about what to say because they're worried about what the reception's going to be, right? They're either worried about backlash one way or the other. So you got the people that just say what the masses want to hear, right? Mm-hmm. Then you got the people that say shit specifically to get people riled up, right? Like,
oh my God,
fucking, Dr. Doom would lose to Mickey Mouse, like just stupid shit, like stupid shit. Like, they just say it just to piss you off, right?
Oh my God.
You get those people. So I had one of those, and I'm going to give this guy his shine. This motherfucker on TikTok, Omega. So he started with this. He said X2, because I said there's no X-Men movie that has really done the X-Men justice. Okay. Just stand behind. He said X2 was more comic accurate than stupid Infinity War. Okay. Now I know you've
comedy.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was more comic.
Now I like that. X2 was great, but comic accurate. But this is the part, stupid Infinity War. I'm going to read a couple more before I respond. Because he's going on and on. He says, how come no comic fans like me aren't mad that they raped the Infinity War source material? And then he goes on to say that the movie's made for toddlers, all this shit, whatever. Okay, so here's the thing. Infinity War. There are some universal truths in this world, right? Yeah. Maybe. Water's wet. I mean, it's pretty much universal. Like, we don't dispute that. You could say, I like to drink water. I don't. Water is hot. But water being wet is indisputable.
Yep.
Infinity War being a great movie to me is almost indisputable. Now, I know people can have their own opinions.
Sure.
But to say that it's stupid, to say that it's better in the comics, any event just like me, and then he fucking says these movies were made for toddlers. So I think he's just saying shit to be controversial. Maybe. But there's people out there that will do that.
Sure.
What we do here, and I think some of these motherfuckers think we're just saying shit to get people riled up. What we say is how we feel.
Sure.
I do not like the Snyderverse. It fucking sucks moose cock and balls. I've never, or would you say earlier, cow taints?
Teats.
Teats. Cow teats. That too.
Yeah.
It sucks all of it. I don't say that to get my man Paul's riled up. I say that because that's how I fucking feel. I'm a Wanda Glazer, Adrian, to my core. I don't say that to get some people riled up. That's who the fuck I am.
So is he saying this to get people riled up, or is that his opinion? Like, you have your opinion.
You know what? It could be one or the other. But the fact that he's calling something I really like stupid, Adrian, I'm choosing to take offense. I'm choosing that. And the fact that he's saying they're made for Todd, and you've read the Infinity Gauntlet comic, right?
Mm-hmm.
Compared to the movie, bro, it sucks fucking moose dick.
The movie does? Or
no, the comic does.
The comic does. Okay, got you.
That bullshit. I feel like I just want to impress Death. Look at me, Death. I'm going to kill everyone. Oh my God. Shut the fuck up. Fucking stupid. You call them that shit's stupid, motherfucker. Then you get this last one. I feel sorry for you. Michael Joel Austin. Bitch, don't feel sorry for me. And I don't even know what it was about. It was about a movie I liked. I like what the fuck I like. I don't give a fuck if you like that I like something. Don't feel sorry for me while you're following me, by the way.
I think a comment like "I feel sorry for you" is kind of the nail in the coffin. It's to me, because to me, I look at it as that's his opinion about the movie. Now,
right, when
you get into things like, your opinion is wrong, or I feel sorry for you, meaning that I interpret that as I feel sorry that you like this movie because you whatever reason, right?
Yep.
That's some hateful shit to me. Because if you want to have a discussion about something, that's great. We can be we don't agree on all kinds of shit.
Right.
We have a discussion about it.
Sure.
If it warrants it. Sometimes, hey, it's just not even fucking worth it.
Right.
But to be like Mike, it sucks for you that you like that fucking Dr. Doom shirt. Yeah. Right?
Right.
That's different. That's different.
Yeah. Fucking different. Different. They got different size buses for you motherfuckers. It's that kind of different.
I don't know.
But that's in why am I pointing this out? We mentioned a lot of people that watch that are inspired to do their own shit. Mm-hmm. You're gonna get shit like this. Sure. Now, you know me pretty well. Mm-hmm. I truly don't give a fuck. Right. I like to get on here and have fun and talk shit. Mm-hmm. Shit talking is one of my fucking part-time jobs.
That's what we do.
That's what we do.
Right.
In general. I can't ask my son when we pick up the sticks and play Madden how much shit talking I'm doing. I think skill-wise, he probably could beat me. Mm-hmm. But because I talk so much motherfucking shit, I'm so in his head.
Right.
It's part of the game, though.
Sure.
That's half the game, right?
Right, absolutely.
You may be better skill-wise than me, but if I can get this all fucked up and you throw an interception and then I win. Oh, and I even do it when we're not playing. We were watching the fucking Broncos game the other night and they were whooping ass. No, I'm sorry. It was the Seahawks and 49ers. Niners are getting their ass whooped. And he comes out and said, bro, doesn't that look like the score when I play you in Madden? I haven't played in weeks, but I got to stay in here, dude. It's a strategy.
Absolutely.
So my point is, if you're going to do anything online, podcast-wise, my man Jay Shot is talking about doing a podcast, you're going to get shit like this for your takes. Mm-hmm. And don't give a fuck about it. Have fun with it. Because a lot of these motherfuckers, like to your point, why do you care about me liking something? Right. Don't feel sorry for me. I love my Dr. Doom shirt. I don't give a fuck. I'm also not afraid to go wear it to the grocery store.
Right.
I don't give a shit. Look at me like I'm stupid, bitch. I don't give a fuck. I feel bad for you for not watching these movies. I feel bad for you for not enjoying. I feel bad for you motherfuckers who don't read comics and look at us as toddlers because we do. So, there's that. Anyways. Woosah. I'm trying, Adrian. I'm trying to get through this 1 week without having a little mini crash out.
That's all right. It's all right.
You get people like these motherfuckers, Anyways. But we're, Adrian, you're gonna make the whole thing right now with this hidden gem, okay? Because there'll be no screaming at anyone here.
I don't know.
Well, who knows? So you got a hidden gem this week. Is the hidden gem Trump's Peace Prize, or were you doing like an object or no?
It is absolutely not Trump or anything that has to do with Trump.
Okay.
Fucking Peace Prize.
Ain't that some shit? You've bombed like more countries than any president in history this past year. He's supporting Israel, and you're getting a peace prize.
Hey. But
oh shit!
But that makes two stupid people.
Yeah,
the one that received and the one definitely that gave it up.
Correct.
Died. That's whatever.
So
anyway, this week's hidden gem is brought to you by Only Comics.
Yes.
This week's hidden gem. So last week we talked about. So it's kind of a trend, right? We talked about Wonder Woman. We talked about Steve Trevor ushering Wonder Woman into, into light, right? Literally. If it wasn't for Steve Trevor being shot down and landing in Themyscira, we probably would have never heard of Wonder Woman as a superhero. Yep. We probably heard the myth of a Princess Diana of Themyscira, but not Wonder Woman. Now, when Wonder Woman came to bring Steve Trevor back, there was somebody else that got introduced that is also a kind of not a supporting character of Wonder Woman, but also is one of those characters that it's her one of her enemies. Okay. Right? One of her frenemies kind of a deal. So this week's hidden gem is the Cheetah. Now, interesting character build. The Cheetah started out as like some socialite back in the 40s, right? She literally just put on fucking spandex and was going around doing shit, kind of like a Catwoman. Okay. But and there have been like 2 or 3 cheetahs. I always call it a cheetah, but it's the cheetah. I gotta get that right.
You get the the in there, yeah.
Right, you gotta get the the in there.
So I'm like, Adrian didn't say the on that when he said mature instead.
Exactly. So the cheetah. So this version of cheetah, she was one of Wonder Woman's most iconic. So here we go. Adversaries, right? Yeah. You know what? I'm so caught up on this. I'm saying shit wrong. Anyway,
I don't care.
She's one of Wonder Woman's most iconic adversaries, right? So this version of Cheetah is a Dr. Barbara Ann Minerva. So when Wonder Woman brought Steve Trevor back, right? Now there's this archaeologist, Dr. Barbara Minerva. She was so enamored by, Greek mythology and so on and so forth. She butted head with her dad because, she's kind of like from an affluent family and he didn't really believe in it and shit. So when Wonder Woman showed up and she figured out that Wonder Woman was like a true fucking goddess, right? From the Greek mythology stuff, she was like, glazing a little bit, want to do some lap dance kind of shit. But so eventually, she went off doing her study. So they became friends, right? Yeah. And then, of course, friends. And then she got hooked up with this god, Ursgata, whatever. Something with a big U. Anyway, basically, he embodied her. It's kind of like a Moon Knight kind of a situation.
Okay. Like possessed her kind of?
Possessed her. And she became this hybrid human god-like creature known as the Cheetah, right? Now, it's interesting. The important thing about the cheetah is that, so first of all, there's no more spandex, right? You actually have a person that's kind of like a genetic splice of human and cheetah. Looks like a cheetah, moves like a cheetah, all this other kind of shit. No spandex whatsoever. So the other important thing about that is that this is a metaphysical kind of magic transformation, and the magic part is important.
Okay. Now wait, this is the same one that started out with the
No.
This is a different one.
It's like a retcon.
Oh, okay.
Kind of a thing.
Okay.
Right.
Gotcha.
So so this doctor, so she got hooked up with this god spirit, and he transformed her into this cheetah. Now, the reason that I say that this is a supporting kind of person to Wonder Woman, and I'm on the trail of the supporting of, again, all these people that we don't think about. Remember, this is hidden gems, right? Right. All the people that we don't think about that makes up the people that we actually care about. Now, just like you have so she is the cheetah to Wonder Woman is kind of like the Joker is to Batman. Okay. One of those people that never goes away, always breaks out of Arkham, right? Always come back. But this chick, so she got kind of a love-hate relationship with Diana. They're friends, then she becomes this fucking godlike creature that's out to get her, and her whole goal is she wants to free Diana from the burden of being a princess or some dumb shit. Now, her core powers are this. So Wonder Woman, I've always said that she's a warrior princess. She was bred as a warrior princess. Then she defeated Ares and then took over his shit, which means that she can also command the dead.
Yeah.
But when we talk about strong, a lot of people don't realize how strong Wonder Woman is. So Wonder Woman is in, let's call it Hulk sleeper fucking class, like the 100-ton range.
Okay.
Right? She can fly. She can't fly, obviously, as fast as Superman. She's like Mach 5, Mach 10.
Okay.
She can fly into space. She has been known to fly between the Earth and the Moon under her own power. Pretty fucking awesome.
Yeah.
And then she got the lasso and all these other kind of things, right? And then she has the armor. Her armor is made up of, it's not just metal, but it's also magic involved in it, right?
I was going to ask, is there magic embedded in this?
Correct.
Yeah.
Correct. Now, Cheetah, her powers are she can move like a cat. Like, you know how you throw a cat up in the air, for those that have done that. You throw a cat up in the air and it can fucking twist his body and land and all this.
Land on his feet,
she can do that kind of stuff. So she can change her body position and trajectory mid-flight, right? Now, Wonder Woman is stronger than her because Cheetah is like the 20 to 40 ton range, right? So Wonder Woman is so much stronger than her. However, this magic part of her makes her be able to go toe-to-toe with Wonder Woman at times in short bursts. Cheetah is also faster, like it's like combat strategy, combat speed. Yeah. She got these bursts where she can actually get to you, like even fucking she got up on the Flash a couple times. She can get up on you a lot faster. So Wonder Woman is faster straight out. Cheetah is faster, like in a combat situations, up to a point in time. So she can outpower most metahumans, which is probably a lot of people, all of DC, let's just call it. No, I'm just joking. She can tear through steel. She can injure Wonder Woman with her claws, but she can also injure, because she's magic, right? Part magic.
Yeah.
She's also torn into Superman. So Superman has kind of got that, that Batman looks at Cheetah out of the corner of his eye, like he looks at Batman sometimes. Like, this motherfucker can do something, right? Because there's magic embedded in her. Superman's vulnerable to magic from Shazam, right?
Yep.
So she's literally like ripped open his chest and shit. And he's got to be all.
And don't worry, someone in the comments will be, he's not vulnerable anymore. He's just, shut up. Shut the fuck up. He's vulnerable to magic. Hey, guess what? On this show, he's vulnerable to magic.
Exactly.
Okay.
Exactly.
Proceed.
So now she has heightened smell, hearing, night vision. She can regenerate faster than Wonder Woman as well. But of course, Wonder Woman, Wonder Woman is more vulnerable. So Cheetah is more vulnerable to be injured than Wonder Woman.
Okay.
So Wonder Woman doesn't need a severe healing factor because it's going to be harder for her to get hurt. But Cheetah has a faster healing factor because she's more prone to be injured. Yeah. If that makes sense. Now, she's not like Wolverine kind of healing factor, but she can heal faster than normal people. So when you combine her animal instincts and training, she is a very, she's also predatory. She's like a Craven the Hunter kind of shit. So you take like her predatory practices. If you take like Craven and Wolverine, she's like amped up, even further than those two. Her weaknesses, because she is of magic, she is of course susceptible to magic. And of course, with that kind of power, what do they always do with real powerful women?
You gotta be crazy, Adrian.
Gotta be.
Yep.
So her bloodlust and instability is one of her weaknesses, right?
Damn.
So because she's so into Diana, it's really just jealousy because Diana gets more attention than she does, right? She's done all this work. She's fucking super smart. She by the time she was like 22, she had 2 PhDs. She can speak 7 languages fluently and probably at least another not as fluent, but she knows. So 14 fucking languages by the time you're 22, right?
Were they honorary PhDs or
No, I think she actually earned those.
Okay,
Some people actually earn some shit.
They weren't given to her by like her friend.
No,
That's cool.
nothing like that. Nothing like that.
You gotta fucking clarify nowadays, Yeah.
Now, but so her motivation is basically to see control over her. So she's basically cursed with this power, and she's always going. Her main thing is always trying to, convince Diana or kill everybody around Diana to release Diana, basically, so she can probably be with her, be her best friend. You know how one of those people, like you see those movies where I love this person, and because this person is not in love with me or not interested in me, I'm gonna kill everybody around you so that you can focus on me. That's the cheetah, basically, with Diana and shit. So I've always thought that she was an interesting character. Now, her powers are not like I forget. I did a hidden gem on this other person. She can basically take the form or the strength and the power of other animals, but not take their form.
Okay.
Cheetah is actually, when you look at her, she's a fucking cheetah, basically, standing up on two legs, right?
Yeah.
But there's another DC character, black chick, who's a model, and she has an amulet that takes the powers of other animals. The cheetah is not that.
Okay.
She's literally like a 5'9", 2-footed cheetah.
Yeah.
So her powers tearing through the Justice League. She slashed Superman so deeply that he bleeds. She can outrun Wonder Woman's lasso. So when Wonder Woman tries to like lasso you to restrain or get you to, tell some shit.
Yeah. She
can outrun that. She's taking down the Flash level opponents. She can blitz metahumans before they can react. When fully empowered, she's strong enough to match Wonder Woman blow for blow for a short period of time.
Look at this, dude.
What's that? Yep, that's her.
Yep. Are they fighting or scissoring? I can't really tell by this. A little bit of both.
A little bit of both. A little bit of both. She can claw through metals. She can cut Amazonian metal and magical constructs. And so that's why when I said earlier, the magic thing, so Amazonian metal is it's not like a titanium or some shit like that. It's not just a metal, but there's a magical underlayment to it.
Yeah.
Which is why she's a threat to both, a Wonder Woman and a Superman. So some of her notable feats or kind of comical things. So she's been defeated by Catwoman, right? Selena Kyle.
Seriously?
Well,
she's that badass. What the fuck?
Well, I mean, she's got so Selena Kyle, depending on which version you look at, she's magical versus, whatever. Yeah. But she has like street smarts, things like that she was able to outdo the cheetah. Yeah. She has been caught by the lasso, Wonder Woman's lasso. And of course she reveals how much, she wants to be friends with Diana, and she's, emotionally devastated by the fact that they're not friends and so on and so forth. She's of course been outsmarted by Batman, who hasn't, right? Yeah, of course. And she's also trapped by her own curse. Now, it's funny, but the god Urskataga, yeah, that the god that basically embodies her will fuck her at sometimes, and not physically, not literally, but
fuck her over,
yeah, because he'll depower her if he feels that she's not doing what she needs to be doing. Damn. Or he'll punish her in some kind of way, and at just random times, whatever. So you fight Wonder Woman, then all of a sudden he'll just depower you, right? It's like, what's happening? What's happening? It's like you're in a race, right? And then your engine dies.
It's like taking the cell phone away from your kid.
Or
it's like depowering. I mean, dude, you ever see that? Holy shit.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Take the Wi-Fi away and then watch them go ape shit, dude.
Dude, everybody runs out of their room. You want your kids to come out like, hey, come downstairs. just turn the fucking Wi-Fi off, dude. They'll be out in 4 seconds. Is it wrong with the internet? So you something wrong? No, sit down and shut the fuck up. Anyways.
So I thought this was a interesting supporting character because a lot of people, if you know about the Cheetah, you know that she's this superpower character in the DC world. Yeah. But the tie-in is to Wonder Woman, and it's almost like how the Batman basically created the Joker. Mm-hmm. You got the Wonder Woman creating somebody that is pretty much their whole existence revolves around that one character. So anyway, the Cheetah, I thought it was an interesting enough character to bring out. I think there's probably going to be some other DC characters we need to delve into since DC ain't doing shit.
Right. We might as well help them out.
Right.
I mean, Marvel's dominating the news, and they have been, and they probably will for the rest of the year.
Yeah.
Like, bro, can we get maybe something about Supergirl, maybe something about Lanterns? Can we get something?
Something.
The only thing that actually, and I didn't include it because it was so it was minimal. It was the fact. Oh, you almost said the wrong word. Creature Commandos 2 has been confirmed to take place after Peacemaker. Okay. Oh, that's a fucking shocker, right? Mm. So yeah, can we get some other fucking news?
Yeah, but those are just hey, Creature Commandos coming out again.
Yeah.
And then what?
And not even that. No date. Now they're working on it now. No date as to when it's coming out. And just confirming the timeline of when it takes place. Okay.
Yeah, but it's a fucking cartoon. They could have had a fucking AI agent working on that. They could have been ready 6 months ago.
No, AI's replacing all the jobs, Adrian.
Whatever.
My mom told me that once. These fucking people.
Oh, so next year we're gonna introduce our AI Mike and Adrian, right?
Yes.
Since AI is taking over all the reporter jobs, right?
We just got to do
if
voiceover.
You think about it, exactly. Well, we don't have to do that. We can just say some common words. I forget the movie where, if you do certain photos of your face and form, and then you say certain strategic words, then the computer can generate any topic or conversation out of those keywords. Because of the inflection and this and that and so on and so forth. So we don't need to do any of this shit. Okay, next year, AI, Mike and Adrian.
So we could have the AI of
that requires money.
It does, yeah, which we've not received any yet. We can have an AI version of us doing one podcast.
There you go.
But we're doing the other.
Sure.
You want double AWOB? There you go.
There you go.
Double fucking bang, Anyways, Adrian, great hidden gem. I'm a little upset it wasn't the Peace Prize, but hey,
next week.
What are you gonna do? But no, that was awesome. You've been on a little Wonder Woman kick, dude.
Just trying to. I think that that character is so awesome and so underrated. I have seen back when DC actually put out animated fucking movies. Some of the shit that she's done, and I still think that she's just so underrated. It's pathetic.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, that is Hidden Gem, guys. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. We're getting to that point, Adrian. The sun's getting low, as they say.
Yeah,
we gotta get that soundbite. The sun's getting low, big guy. Let me put my hand in your palms and let you. Never mind. That was such a fucking stupid scene, by the way. He just does like this and all. Oh my god, I can't.
Right.
And then he can't get it up in the next movie.
There you go.
Unbelievable. Well, what we will be able to get to, though, is agree to disagree. This is where I throw out my opinion. So if anyone who's fucking confused out there, I feel bad for you. Bitch, these are not your opinions. These are my motherfucking opinions. Some of you may agree. Some of you may disagree. Whatever you do, I don't give a fuck. Great. Cool. I'm proud of you. They know who I'm not talking to the interns and the people that, Now, you mentioned, you're talking about adversaries, right?
Yep.
And then how this is her biggest adversary, right? Cheetah, Wonder Woman. But she also fucking loves her, right?
Well,
or wants to be her.
Cheetah wants to have a relationship with Diana.
Yes.
I'm not saying that kind of relationship, but they want to be friends.
She wants to be your friend,
right?
Which is what happens a lot of Mean Girls type shit, right? We're gonna bully you because we actually really want to be your friend, but we will look bad in front of our other friends,
right?
And that's what I think these people that go on there and talk shit, they just want to be our friends, Adrian.
Then just shut the fuck up and be our friends.
You don't have
to be all this Karen shit,
right? It's like when your kid's acting up for attention, but you don't have to act up, dude.
Right.
Don't act up. Fucking behave yourself online.
Yeah.
And you won't have to get slapped around on the podcast, Anyways, agree to disagree. Are you ready?
Let's do it.
Let's do it. Number one, Robert Downey Jr. is playing Victor Von Doom.
Agree.
Fucking people. It's a variant, a Doombot, a this, a that, a shut the fuck up. Captain America, I've got a throwback here for you, Adrian, would mollywop Cyclops.
I don't even know what that means. Does that mean he'll like
beat his ass?
Beat his ass?
Fuck him
okay. Yes, agree.
Terrence Howard was a better roadie than Don Cheadle.
Of the two, yes, I agree.
He should have got the War Machine treatment, dude.
Yep.
Marvel should have paid the man.
Absolutely.
Yeah, after reading more into that, that's on Marvel. Y'all
Yeah.
fucked up.
Yep.
With fucking being cheap and shit. 2016, everybody's going back to 2016 this past week, Adrian. So, that being said, these two 2016 movies, X-Men Apocalypse was better than Batman vs. Superman.
Disagree.
Martha! Deadpool was
I do agree that was a stupid fucking moment, but
Deadpool was better than Doctor Strange. That's a tough one.
It is because it's two different things. Though.
Yeah.
In the context of it, I would say yes.
Okay. But it's all 2016.
But I still watch Doctor Strange over Deadpool.
Oh, you would?
Yeah.
Okay. You shouldn't give your awards to another person.
Especially if it's your name on it.
Especially if it's your name and specifically your Nobel Peace Prize.
Wow.
But what you should do, though, is subscribe
There
to
you
Only
go.
Comics, TikTok, YouTube, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, our article in the New York Times, not there yet. Just go to our OnlyFans to get more. No, that's Bo DeMeo.
Yeah. There you go.
Anyways, drop us a follow, subscribe to the channel. It's been another, let's do a double shot on them. Boom, there you go, double wide. Another fun week here on Only Comics.
Yep.
But the good news is, we ain't going far, Adrian.
No.
You can meet us tomorrow at the same time, roughly, depending on when the podcast goes out. If you are a member of the Legion of Interns, all of $4.99 a month, you get a whole nother podcast where we take the gloves off, even more than we do here, believe it or not.
Right.
We get into some conspiracy shit. We're going to talk about gold this week. It's so funny how, and this does connect to Iron Man, which we'll talk about in other stuff.
Okay.
And then you said you had, is it a lesson? Is it, what you got some surprise for everyone on other stuff?
I forgot what the fuck I was talking about.
You said you were going to share some information, which may be educational. Was it a business opportunity? Was it a way to make some money?
Yeah. Yeah, I got it.
You got it. All right. So stay tuned. Come back tomorrow. Other stuff. And we
write
also
this shit down.
Yeah, write it down. Don't
again.
forget. We're also going to do a deep dive into Colonel Rhodes, Rhodey, the real Colonel Rhodes, and find out why Adrian is not a fan of either one in the MCU. So, anyways, Adrian's got his notes for other stuff. Guys, we appreciate everybody watching, tuning in. And this is actually dropping on Martin Luther King Day, so hopefully most of y'all have the day off.
Yep.
Even though Trump's trying to get rid of that too, because
Sure.
But
why?
Yeah,
Just
why?
kill everything.
Kill
That's
everything,
right?
dude, right? Yeah, rewrite history again. He's a horrible person. How could he want civil rights like that? That horrible dream he had, Adrian.
There you go.
Anyways, but we don't MAGA around here. We UNGA around here.
There you go.
We make Mondays great again. Another great Monday. So, Adrian, thanks for coming out. Guys, thanks for watching. We'll see you next week right here on Only Comics.
Peace.